Hey! I didn't even check the lighting here. It'll be fine. What's up? How's it going? It's Sunday. Hey! What's up? I don't know. Hey, you! What's your words? I knew. Hey!
Greetings, PG and John. We are here and eating guacamole. First time I've made it at home in a long time. Jim
Nice.
Foamy bounce Jim Yep Jim Sue's food.
Homemade guacamole, best kind.
4 moots. Time flies.
It does. It does. And Psychora, thank you. A couple of days ago. They resubbed.
Pineapple on a buffalo chicken pizza, and peanut butter, mustard, and dill pickle sandwiches. Weird and delicious.
I'm just gonna go with weird.
Hey PG, can't stay long, wanted to point you to a musician. Gyod on YouTube. I think he might be up your alley, and his singing is actually audible.
Audible? Unheard of. Thank you.
Hello, PG.
Hi. Shadowstar, 101 moons. I guess after a while, you're just like, hey, what's up? Hey, thank you. You know what, everybody? Everybody go and get the candy now. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, you.
Hello, Pumpkin Guy, John and chat. Happy Sunday. How are you today?
We're awake. That's all I can say right now. I'm awake. I'm awake. Had a long week. What? Dude, we overworked ourselves because somebody had to make a new little comic for everybody. Yeah. What's up? I didn't even say hi to people yet. What's up? David, what's up? Phoenix Bro, what's up? Real Max Marvel, hi, what you doing? Icarus, what's up? Elliot Sock, Steampunk Chick.
For the hype.
For the hype, Lost Pixie. Reminded me that I gotta get a hype train going.
Went to a demolition derby last night. First one of the year and it was fun.
Nice. Explosions. Did they blow up the cars at the end of those? I haven't seen a demolition derby in years. Years. Timmy, what's up? How's it going? Your tea. What? Spider. Dia, what's up?
Hype train bits for Pumpkin Guy.
Hype train bits. Taking all of Bezos' money because he don't need it. Doesn't even know what to do with it. They're that rich. Could you imagine having so much money you don't even know what to do with it? I don't know what to do with this. What? Hey, Bezos, how about another yacht? Nah, got 6.
Hello PG and chat. The new comic was good. I want pizza pretzels now.
Pizza pretzels! Dude! Pizza pretzels. Dude, I can't find them anymore. That's what inspired that comic book, not having pizza pretzels. We're inspired by weird little things right now. You!
Well, Friday I had my New Year sobriety anniversary.
Hey!
Walked about 10 miles to pick up my
Wow.
motorcycle, and as a reward for myself I bought more dice for my addiction. And
Hey!
Applebee's.
Nice. There you go. Dude, 10 miles? I can't even look at 10 miles on a map, let alone walk them. Forget about it. That's crazy. You must be fit. Walking 10 miles, dude? I'd have to get like a red wagon or something, you know, and have somebody tote me around. I'll get like a little bulldog that really likes walking around or something, or one of those work dogs. And I can sit in a cart and be like, mush, that kind of thing. That's how I do 10 miles. Unless she's going to carry me. Forget about it. Well, you can make them yourself. Make them myself. Ah, God. How much free time do you think I got? Ash Dark Dawn, how you doing? What's up? Icarus, Desert Punk, Tiger, what's up? Go to Warrior High, what's up? Pet, what? Spent $8 on bits. Oh, God, no. Hope, what are you doing? Don't do that. What? They were unsupervised. What? I don't know. Red Wolf Princess, hi, what's up? Fierce Late Beret, Brando, Lost Pixie. I'm going through names again. Lamb of Wolf. Hope everyone's feeling better than I do. I know the coworkers gave me, but here I am. Oh, you got 6? No, they got sick.
I can send you some actual mall-style pizza pretzels. But then I would have to go to the Lego store too.
I think you need to be cut off from the Legos. What? Sir, you've had enough.
Enjoying the stream today.
Hey.
I will not be here next Sunday as I will be at my sister's.
Oh, that's good.
Visiting an amusement park before the doors close forever soon. It's as old as me.
Dun, dun, dun.
58 moons and counting, comfy padded walls and smart pumpkins being awesome.
Hey. Thank you, Eagles. I appreciate. Dude, that's like Brian, amusement park. Dude, amusement parks are fun. Have a background for an amusement park next week. I don't know. It could be look closed down. I don't care. I don't need activity in the background. Nobody looks at it anyway. Let's see. What? Timmy's slightly addicted to Legos. Slightly. A bit. Park is closed off from anyone other than fairgoers this weekend. I have to wait till tomorrow. What? Cook my dang bacon. Bacon. Everyone's feeling, let's see for that. No, just realized after the Prime, but I have to resub on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, there you go. Dude, that is the worst, man, because I use my Prime sub on Cheryl Sikora's stream, because I've just been doing it forever, right? And it's like, I hate when I'm like, oh, I got to re-up. And it's like, you got like 7 minutes before you can re-up. I'm like, just let me do it now, dude. Don't worry about the 7 minutes. No, 7 minutes. It's weird. I got this internal clock in my brain that will literally be like 5-7 minutes before I can do it. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, God. And it's usually at some weird time in the middle of the night, too. Ugh. But you got a job interview. Hey, there you go. Nice. Job interview. Good luck. All right, dude. I don't like going through interviews because that means I got to talk to people. But I don't know. For people who can do that, that's awesome. Slightly addicted. Slightly. I'll tell you one until I've had enough. Got all the green for food today. Green beans and peas for lunch and water. What'd you make yesterday? The last two nights he made dinner. What'd you make, Don? You made a chicken with some mashed potatoes. Not mashed potatoes. What was the other thing? Some kind of cheesy garlic bread. Homemade from hot dog rolls. You have no idea how good they came out. It was like Little Caesar's crazy bread. I was spectacularly impressed. I was like, damn, this is good. You know, and what was the other thing? A little reheated macaroni and cheese, but just enough so it got crispy around the edges. Oh, that was so good. Dude, no, crispy macaroni and cheese? Dude, you ever have that? Here's what you do. You make macaroni and cheese, you put it in the fridge for a little while, but then you reheat it, and then you let all that cheese get a little crispy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Then what was the other thing? Like a little General Tso's kind of Chinese food, El Americano. Yeah, so it was like, you know, just yard sauce. There wasn't anything special. But you've been cooking. Good for you. Let's see. Kebabs with chicken beef. No, dude, we've been like, our brain has been fried from doing all the stuff we've been doing. So we're just like, I'll cook. Yeah. Let's see. I do kebabs with chicken and beef on the grill. Nice. I'm not a grill guy because that's just, it teases the pyromaniac inside me. I'm like, what else can I quote unquote grill?
I tried out the Cheetos mac and cheese. I couldn't believe it, but it actually tasted like Cheetos. Which sucked because I hate Cheetos, but I was just too damn curious.
Oh, I like Cheetos, so maybe that's right up my alley. That's right up my alley. I'm going to be like, bro, dude, I'm going to eat these. Dude, that's going to be cool, man, dude. You know, because usually Cheetos scrapes the roof of my mouth. You know, and that's not going to happen in, you know, macaroni and cheese form. You know, that's good. I like that. Thank you for doing the trial and error so I know whether I should pick it up. Now I got to do the food shopping. I have like literally 1 8-ounce bottle of water. We got to do it tomorrow. And I'm all out of chocolate hummus. What's up? But will it grill? Exactly. What? No, it all started back in the day when somebody put a marshmallow on a stick for me. And they're like, hey, go grill a marshmallow. And it burst into flames. And I was like, what else can burst into flames? Surprisingly, a lot of stuff, you know? Yeah, so open flames is not a good thing for me. I like just throwing things in there and see what happens. Yeah. I don't know. It's a morbid curiosity, dude. Yeah. Dude, there's nothing more fun than watching a marshmallow just burst into flames and you're like, oh my God, look at it go. And then it gets all big and fat and just, it expands and then all of a sudden it starts just falling apart. And then you can peel off the dark side stuff and it's still mushy on the inside. It's cool.
63 moots. Keep the laughs coming.
There we go. We're trying. We're trying in a world that's constantly trying to make everybody miserable. Yeah. Thank you, ADJ. What's up? Just as long as it ain't explosives. Nah, you don't throw batteries in a grill. Nah. What? Like, dude, what am I going to do with this old laptop battery? Dude, just put it in the grill. All right, whatever. Put it next to the hamburger. Don't do that. Let's see. Hey, level 2 hype train. Hey, thank you. Nice. I used to love Cheetos back in the day when they tasted a lot better. Yo, we had a little tiny bag of Doritos. Like, you know, one of those tiny bags? That has like 3 Doritos in it.
So I like making s'mores, but instead of Hershey's, I'll use Reese's.
I don't like warm peanut butter. It's so weird. There's something. I got a problem. Ah! The world is dumb enough. Don't add to it. Someone just bought a shirt. Someone bought a shirt. I'd say make an announcement, but I already did. Thank you. Someone.
I tried to be an indoor griller with a cast iron skillet, but nothing can replace the taste of real flames. I'd what it is.
Yeah, dude, seriously. There is something about just having your food be, you know, teased by flames, like open flames. You know, it's like cast iron skillet's like really good, but it's still not the same. I think it because it gets a little bit of char on it, and it's like that's the flavor that you're like kind of missing. You know, because if you burn food in a skillet, it's not the same as burning it on an open grill. You know, it's weird. It's weird. Go.
Miss the hype train. The ticket agent PayPal held me up.
Hey, well, it happens. There's always another one around the corner.
Speaking of s'mores, I saw a pic of someone using the Fudge Stripes cookies.
Well, for that, just put a marshmallow in between two of those and eat those. That's kind of lazy.
I love toasted peanut butter and jam sandwiches.
Really? I've never had that. The only time I've had warm peanut butter is in like a peanut sesame noodle thing, but then I got to put it in the fridge and let it get cold. I don't know what it is. There's something wrong up in here that I'm just like, ew, warm peanut butter. What else? What other dishes that have like peanut butter in it that's warm? Like, are there anything that I don't know of or I might have had and I'm just like, oh, okay, now I can see it. But, you know, like Dawn will like make a peanut butter and jelly on toast kind of thing. And I'm just like, warm peanut butter. Peanut butter cookies? Warm peanut butter cookies. No, I don't like warm peanut butter cookies. No, I got to wait for them to get cold. No, when they come out and I've made them before, I got to let them sit and they got to get at least room temperature. If it's warmer than room temperature, I'm like, blah. Yeah. Peanut butter's gross. What do you mean? It's peanut butter. It's liquefied legumes, man. You just put them in there. I got to make my own peanut butter. That's what we got to do. I'm going to go to a Five Guys place, and you know how to give you all the peanuts for free? I'm going to go in there and just take a bag of peanuts, and I'm going to bring them home, make my own peanut butter. Free peanut butter. That's how you hack the system. You go to Five Guys, you take all their free peanuts. They're free, right? I'm going to be that guy. They're free, right? Well, yeah, but yeah. Oh, I got to order something? A small water, thanks. Start loading up the car. Just put them in the trunk. Free peanut butter for life. Already got the job. Oh, they already got you. They hired me on the spot. What? How does that even happen? Dude, everyone else has got to be jumping through loopholes for weeks before they even reach an interview, and then maybe they get hired. Wow, you're lucky. Cool, congratulations. Nice. Speaking of shirts, I got home from Florida last night. I just started unpacking today to see the TSA went through my suitcase, and I'm missing a t-shirt now. What? Was it a cool t-shirt? Nah, man. Yo, TSA be allegedly taking t-shirts? Maybe that's what the T stands for. T-shirt assassins, TSA. T-shirt absconders? I don't know. It was an expensive t-shirt. Gah! I don't have any expensive t-shirts, so I don't know what it's like. No, if somebody stole clothes for me out of my suitcase, it would be like this really old, ratty looking shirt, and they'd be like, if anything, they'd use it to maybe wax their car. I mean, I don't know. T-shirt stealing agents. There you go. T-shirt stealing alliance. TSA. But they go through everybody's luggage and take one shirt out of it. You imagine? And then there's like an underwear division, the TSU. Oh, man. You're like, dude, somebody stole my underwear. Must have been the TSU. Dude, that'd be hilarious. Well, not for the people getting their clothes ripped off, quite literally. But what are you going to do? Let's coffee. And hopefully, speaking of clothes, there will be some on these cards. Good. Hey, there's close. Those are some lanky arms. She is lanky. It got that. Good. The robots are working for me. But, you all right? Okay. Let's see, t-shirt with a expensive shirt. Not a fan of peanut butter, but Hershey's does something to it for. Oh, the actual Hershey's peanut butter. I was thinking peanut butter cup. Yeah, you know what? You know what? No, what the Reese's? Are we talking Reese's peanut butter? Peanut butter? Because they just put a ton of sugar in that. That's why that's good, because it's sweet. No, because your dad was on a peanut butter kick, and we got him like a couple of different jars of peanut butter. And one of them was the Reese's, and he was like, oh my God. He's like, there's so much sugar in it, but I love it. I'm just like, yeah, well, you can't have a lot of it. What? It's weird when people get older and they want to enjoy something, and you tell them that they should ease up on it. It's like they revert to childhood like thing. But I want my peanut butter, you know? No matter how old you are, you're just like, but why? You know? Well, it's not really good for you if you eat a bunch of peanut butter, but I like it. I do love peanut butter. I say no matter how old you get, you'll still be throwing a tantrum when you're older. You'll be in a nursing home and you'll be like, what do you mean I can't have cream cheese? I built a career off cream cheese. Give me cream cheese. Yeah. I'm just assuming. Yeah. That's what you'd be like. Yeah. What are you going to do? Also, we have super creamy versus others. I do like creamy peanut butter. Like, it's got to be super creamy. Oh, I bought chunky one time. I completely forgot because I was in a rush and I was going down the aisles and I'm just like, yeah, we need peanut butter. Blah, 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 blah. You know? And the labels were the same. They were the same color. So I just put it in there. I didn't read it. Old people tend to revert back into kids in some ways. Yeah, they throw tantrum. They're very irritable and some of them pee on themselves. It's crazy. What? It's funny. There was a movie with George Burns in it. You know, like old guy who used to smoke a lot of cigars. And there was a scene where something happens and he's like, yeah, this is like full circle or something. It was pretty funny. Yeah, we start in diapers, we end in diapers. Dun, dun, dun. To heck with chunky peanut butter. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's a consistency issue. That, and every time as a kid, when I used to put chunky peanut butter on bread, it would just rip the bread apart. You know, and I'm like, should I be eating something that is tearing the flesh off my bread? What, your bread doesn't have flesh? All right, I got Necronomicon loaf. What do you want? God. Circle of life. I like Peter Pan peanut butter, the creamy persuasion. I haven't had that in forever. There's what? There's, at least here in the States, there's Skippy, Peter Pan, Jif. What the hell's the other one? There's PB2, PB something, PB. That's a powdered one. They have a protein powdered one, which is pretty decent. There's a natural one called like Teddy's, which is like this weird unsalted, pretty good one. I don't like stirring my peanut butter. I don't like stirring my peanut butter, dude. You got to get in there and it's like I'm trying to summon spirits in a cauldron. I'm just like, Rrr.
What up, PG?
What's up?
How you doing?
Curve Planet, doing all right. We're alive, doing alive things on stream. What's up? How's it going? Spooky toaster. Spooky toaster. Spooky. Do. Thank you, Curve Planet. What's up? Like peanut butter. No, what was the other weird brand? Oh, Reese's. Yeah. Trying to think. You know, the Virginia Peanut Company should make peanut butter if they don't already. If anybody here has had Virginia Peanuts, the other really good brand is Hub's Peanuts. If you've ever had either of those, we got those at gifts during Christmas. I was like, oh, these are so good.
I am kind of sad that the only protein replacement I'd accept is so sugary it's unhealthy, thus removing the point of replacing the heavy amounts of red meat I consume to be healthy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Know what you do? There's unsalted...
Destroy them all with kawaii hugs and treats.
We got a raid. What's up? Wow. Zone. That guy. What's up? Sorry, we're in follower only mode. Let me take that off right now. Give me a second. Going to easy mode for that. Oh. Easy mode. Easy mode. It should be off, right? Where is it? Hi, guys. You're going to have to give me a second. What is this? What do we got? No, this is all right. Right? Follower. Oh, it is off. All right, cool. Never mind. It's off. How's it going? You're doodling? What's up? They gifted a sub. They gifted a sub, bro. What's up? What were you doodling? Were you doodling something? I'm just going to assume it's all safe for work. What's up? How's it going? Everybody, welcome. We're just hanging out talking about peanut butter, as we usually do. No, that's not our whole stream where we just talk about peanut butter. That doesn't what's up? Thank you for the follow. What's up? Grecky, hi. What's up, Jesse? Hi. What's up? Sigardi, hello. Randy, what? Zone is wholesome. Yeah! I remember seeing all their wholesome content on Newgrounds. What's up? Shh. What's up? First ever adult animation I made but never released was actually a Jermaine. Don't! Keep it unreleased. Or save it for the 25th anniversary. It's right around the corner. What do we got? A couple more years? Yeah, that'll be all right. What? You just crack that open.
Yo, PG, got Senland and having some fun with some of Akira Toriyama's last work.
Nice! There you go. That's also on the list. Oh, hey!
Today we talk about peanut butter. Next week is black pepper and cumin.
It's cumin, robot. It's cumin. I know Zone's here, but you got to pronounce it properly. What's up? Let's see. What? Robot gets spicy. That really is mostly me trying to learn how to use Flash. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to use Flash. It's terrible. Oh, man. I literally still use it, dude. Flash 4.0 forever, bro. Go. Hey, somebody bought a sticker. Go kiss death. That was Lost Pixie. Use it wisely. How do you make a Flash cartoon? It's tedious. Lost Pixie bought a shirt. Use it wisely. What? I don't know. It's basically like every other animated program that's out there, only very simple. Dude, it's like such an archaic program, but it's so streamlined. It's brutally efficient. That's what I love about it. Have we knocked brains into Pillsy yet? I don't know. There seems to be a lot of room to just kind of squeeze some of them in there, but I don't know. I think the mouse and the gerbil wheel is doing its job. Okay, keyframes and more keyframes. It's all about the keyframes. You, sick puppy. Thanks for the follow. What's up? Now I'm curious on the Jermaine animation. I'm sure there's a lot of them out there. Started a Dragon Quest game in honor of Toriyama. Yeah, dude, that really agitated me that the guy passed away. Probably, more so than because, dude, what was he, like 60? As far as I'm concerned, no human should die before they can get Social Security. All right. No, this guy, I think he got I don't know what happened. It was subdermal brain thing, and it's just brain exploded, like quite literally. So this is the DBZ creator, bro. And I'm like, dude, that was like everyone's first introduction to anime. And it's like, when somebody like that dies, you're just like, hey, I'm a wolf. Oh.
Did you buy the Moho Animation Pro from Humble Bundle?
No, no, I did actually. Yeah, I did. We did. Thank you for buying the shirt. Thank you. Jermaine gives me such intense nostalgia. Those eyes. Those big, bulgy Simpson eyes. Have to head out and get the rest of the wonderful stream. Take care. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the raid. Be well. If you don't know who Zone is, you probably didn't grow up on the internet. Follow with caution. But they're a good doodler. I'm letting you know. What? Aside from the content, they can actually draw. All right? There's a lot of good, not safe for work artists out there. All right? Thank you. You click on her name, you say follow. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Be well and keep creating. What's up? Thanks for the follow. I bought the Moho as well. Yeah, we got the Moho Studio from the Humble Bundle. That was all like, yo, it's super cheap. It was like $25. The program is like $400. So I do have... Oh.
UFO Warrior Diapolin was my intro into anime.
Hey, there you go. There's a lot of them. We had DBZ and Sailor Moon, which were kind of catching up on Sailor Moon. Oh, I should ask if Zone did any Sailor Moon stuff. Good. Not like that. Don't be weird about it. No, we're catching up on it, like literally. Because for those new here, we never got to see the second half of any episode of any Sailor Moon anime ever. Because we had to leave the house very early in the morning, and that was like halfway in between to catch the bus to go to school. And I'm like, yeah, I never knew what happened. You imagine? God. See. Yes, wasn't going to be able to collect Social Security either way. Yeah, well, I know, but they're over there, but still, you know? PGM, a 2000 guy, of course I'm familiar with Zone. Yeah, there you go. I had the same pain with code Laiko. There you go. Thank you for follow. Everybody following, thank you, I appreciate it. We're not on super a lot, but we are usually on Sunday and Wednesdays usually a sporadic kind of time. We want to do more streams, but we're so busy burying our head and stuff. Oh, and if you like free stuff, hold on, let's do this. Go. Boop. You. Wow, I'm big here.
Also saw that Ubisoft managed to make quite a lot of people in Japan mad with their new Assassin's Creed game. This is going to be an interesting few months.
Oh yeah, hold on to that idea. No, because we actually did research on it. Jess, thank you. All right, for those who are new here and those who aren't, boom, new printable comic. It's free, don't worry about it. You don't got to pay for anything. It's on Gumroad, Itch, and what the hell's that other place? Patreon. Yeah. It's pretzel problems, dude. It's all about pretzels. It's a little mini comic. You can print it out. And if you don't like printing out stuff as a PDF, it's still free. So I could read and catch up on the crazy adventures of Jermaine and Thing and the weird derpy stuff. Can you get it out of here? It's in my face. Get it. God. There's also Menko Madness. That and that. Diner Disaster, Menko Madness. They're all free. Have a weekend project. Print these out, fold them up, origami-like, and just put them together, and you'll be like, I got comics, bro. You know? Dude, this is the much I'm doing for physical copies anymore. Last time I went to look to print up a comic, you know how much they wanted? It was thousands of billions of dollars. And I'm like, get out of here. Well, not really, but it was a lot. And the print-on-demand services are getting dicey now. We were rejected by Amazon. What? Apparently they don't know who we are, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we only got like 15 different books on there.
Can we print these out and leave them in weird places like modern chick tracks?
Hold on. Here. Weird places. You can print them out wherever you want. Leave them wherever you want. I don't know, within reason. Hey, where'd Chat go? Chat. There you go. Chat, come back. Huh? Okay. All right. Cute small comics. Yeah, I was kind of like cool because we've just been sitting around doodling on our not staring at the screen time. So they were literally all done in a doodle pad.
Billions of dollars. How much commission would 20 bits get me?
I think like 2 letters and a thought bubble. What? You can't even get the. You'd have to get the T and a H. That's it. You'd be bankrupt after that. The angry singer about Yasuki is the main character and calling me a samurai. Oh, there we go. Hey, no, because we're all about, and for people who don't know where we are, we usually like to tackle things that people tend to complain about. So let's go. Because the internet's all about complaining about things. For those who don't know, this is easy mode. I'm in easy mode. What's up? This is easy. All right. All right, let's go, because I had to do research on this. Boom. Let's not pretend we're mad the new Assassin's Creed Shadow Samurai isn't Asian. Okay, apparently, you know, everyone's on the thing like, oh God, the new Samurai, dude, look. Dude, look, they're not even Japanese, bro. Dude, what? Everyone's complaining about it, but nobody apparently wanted to read the article. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop. Where's my keyboard to zoom in? Damn it. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Look, enough with the samurais. Ubisoft decided to focus on Yasuke, a known historical figure. It's a smart move. Okay, for those who don't know who this is, we actually clicked on that link and that took us to this. Yasuke was an African warrior in the employ of Nobunaga. I cannot pronounce these names ever. A powerful feudal lord known as the Great Unifier during Japan's Sengoku period. The first black samurai, he was at I can't read that with an alert there.
Lowly saw a meme about it. The new assassin can hide in plain sight. He can blend in the crow and look like any of them. Oh wait.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing. All the glibness and, I guess, people who couldn't click on a link's rage on the internet. Like, how could they do this? Yeah, look, Great Unified, the first black samurai, he was in Nobunaga's side when the daimyo died, according to the popular lore. Nobunaga tasked Yasuke with returning his head to his son. Bro, that's some dark stuff. All right? So everybody on the internet, not that you're even going to watch this, but don't complain about anything you don't know anything about. All right? Everyone's sitting there complaining, oh my God, how could I do this? Why would they make the samurai like this? Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, history, look it up. I know they don't like to teach it in school anymore because it might be a touchy-feely problem, but this is what happens. You have outrage because people are unknowledgeable. Look it up. It doesn't take too long. Thanks. What? It really bothers me because then it's like there's all this misguided rage. Everyone's upset and everyone starts attacking Ubisoft, who's trying to actually shine light on a weird part of Japan's history. And then it's just like, I'm not going to support this company and anything they do because they did this. You know, because everyone's going with the, oh, they're just trying to be woke, bro. No, they actually delved into history and looked it up. There's nothing woke about that. That's basically just looking up history. Remember when you used to do that in school? Go.
The thing is, Yasuke wasn't the samurai. He was made a retainer and was in Japan for barely a year before being put back into slavery after Nobunaga was killed.
But they were around. They did exist. And they're making it into a story. Whether it's good or bad, and whether it's historically accurate, they basically focused on a quote-unquote historical figure. And I'm fine with that. I generally don't care. You know? Even if they take the leap and it's a completely fictional thing, who gives a crap? Dude, the samurais in this game are an authentic... Dude, you know how many samurai games are out there? Play a different one. Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, yeah, does anybody sign up for the PlayStation Network when they bought that on Steam? Yeah, that's still a thing. Didn't go away with Helldivers. Just saying. Hold on, we got an alert. Go.
Lowly don't care for Assassin's Creed after Black Flag. But it's funny that all the enemies have to do to find the good guy is say, beforeing whoever doesn't look Asian, lol.
Yeah, I guess. But still, what if they're wearing masks? You know? You don't know. You don't know. Ah, there you go. Yes, this historic figure. But, you know, basically games that do that, they just pick a part of history and they're like, hey, all right, let's do whatever. What's that term they use to make up history and make it, like, fake? It's like, you know, those TV movies that were, like, based on actual events. A person got into a car and drove away. But then it's like there's giant explosions, alien invasions, and all that other stuff, but it was based on, real aspects. Dramatization, maybe? Historic fanfic. Whatever they want to call it. Yeah. Go.
Assassin's Creed is now the new COD. A new game every year or two.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. You should read what Japanese gamers are saying. I generally don't care. It's like a game that people either play or don't play. You know? Like, everyone else can fight about it all they want, but I'm just like, I'm not going to play the game. I don't care where it goes. The whole Assassin's Creed franchise to me has been dead since, maybe Origins, because that was like the last game I played that was interesting. And then they patched out a bunch of fun things I was doing in that, and I was like, all right, well, the hell with this game. I don't care. I don't care about this drama. It's like, you know, everybody's got to make an issue out of everything. And I'm just like, is it a good game? That's basically like my end goal to any game at this point. Is it a good game? Does it play well, or is it just a reskin of every other Assassin's Creed game like every other Assassin's Creed game has been? Dude, between Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, I felt like I was playing the same game. It was just reskinned. Yeah, but this is different. It's got base building. Blah, blah. What? I don't know, man. I just want a good game. But, you know, it's the internet. They always got controversy. Okay, who here likes Transformers? Because we got some good news. We got some good news about Transformers. Talking about history. All right, because apparently. All right, hold on. Read it. Okay.
Brotherhood was my last AC. Its plot twist right before the end credits was frustrating to say the least.
Oh. I didn't even play that one. All right, we got news. Thank you. Better than Optimus Prime Hot Wheels? Well, I mean, I don't know. What? Optimus Prime Vampire Hunter? No. Never before released. Beast Machine's Transformers soundtrack finally unearthed. It's literally available on streaming services. Apparently, this was a soundtrack for the controversial TV series Beast Machine's Transformers. I didn't even know that was a series. I didn't even know it was a series, bro. It's finally been released as the animated show turns 25 years old. There you go. So, yeah, basically it's on streaming services. Fans can now listen to the score for Beast Machine's Transformers on various music streaming platforms. Bro! See, it was a sequel to Beast Wars. Nice, all right. I remember Beast Wars. Yeah, so I didn't know if this was any good, but for people who like Transformers things, there you go. Because the other thing that we, quote-unquote, came across or discovered was that weird, now I'm getting into like lost media stuff where I'm just like, oh, let's see if there's anything weird. There was that Sailor Moon soundtrack that was basically dug up by the people who made the music for the old animated series. It was like all this unused scores and cues that they tossed on a thing for archive.org, you know? And I was like, oh my God, you know? So that was kind of cool. But there you go. If you're a Transformers fan, you got another soundtrack to add to your listening playlist. Boop. Beast Machines was... Go. Gonna read
Beast Machines was a low-budget sequel to the iconic Beast Wars. The music was like the only good thing about it for my tastes.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Boom. Now you got it. Now it's available. Hey, so people have it. I like that. I like when weird old stuff gets, you know, unearthed and people are like, oh my God, dude, I completely forgot about this. Brr, 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 brr. It was on YTV in Canada and primarily founded by YTV's parent company, Chorus Entertainment. Really? True, but it was neat overall. Nice. Beast Machines, the weird series. Was that only on for a season? Because I don't even remember it. I like when I read it, I thought they like mistitled it. Like I thought they were talking about Beast Wars. Like what? I was like, Beast Wars? They're like, no, Beast Machines. I'm like, how was it? That's like some weird obscure thing, dude. Yeah. Was it low budget compared to Beast Wars? Well, I don't know. Everything looks really dated back then. When you look at the animation, it's just very like, brr, you know. Because get early computer animation. Oh, God, that's rough. It was 2 seasons barely? Wow.
It had one English dubbed season, but in Japan it went on for like 3 or 4 seasons, I believe.
Really? Wow. That's crazy. I didn't think it went on for that long. Huh. Japan, you so crazy. Generally bots look just bad compared to Beast Wars. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna have some coffee. And for people who are still hanging around from Zone Stream, some of the cards might appeal to you. They're on random, so I don't know. There's one. This is for the Zone crowd. That's pretty good, right? Oh my God, what did the robot do?
Beast Machines was the 3rd season to Beast Wars. Due to a switch of companies, it was renamed to reflect the changes.
That was a tastefully placed alert. Thank you for that. Oof. There's another one. That was a little bit more. I gotta have my coffee, dude.
Short version, the Maximals land in the wrong time point, and there was some bizarre techno-organic BS they threw in and turned Optimus into a hippie and I'll rant if I keep talking about it.
What do you mean they turned him into a hippie? What, was he like sitting in a field smelling flowers and trying to do sing-alongs like, I'd like to give the world a, what was it, a Coke or a Pepsi? That kind of thing. There was some old jingle for that where it was just, oh, can we get these off here? Yeah, hi. Okay. It was Coke or Pepsi? It was Coke, okay. Something like that, right? Then, God, why did all the, like, if you grew up in that time period, it's like all those jingles are still stuck in your head. More like spiritual Buddhist kind of thing. Okay.
More like spiritual Buddhist kind of thing.
Oh, so he had a sense of a detachment. He's like, I don't want to get involved. Can we have a non-violent approach to this? Optimus, shut the hell up. There's explosions all around you. Yes, but they destroyed half of Cybertron. Yeah, but I have a healthy detachment from Cybertron and planets. So, you know, we can go to another planet. You want to go to Earth? It's right over there. We can just get in our little ship and go. You know, they can have it. It's all right. But this is our home. It's all right. Home is where we are. Optimus, I hate you. Oh, God. Dude, you imagine? The jingle started in the 70s. Would we teach the world? Oh, I would like to teach the world to sing. How'd that get turned into a Coke commercial? It's weird. It's like I got bits and pieces stuck in my head for some reason. They made it so you had to meditate to be able to unlock your other forms. Meditate? Who's got time to do that on a battlefield? Hold up. I gotta align my inner chi. Hold on.
Good afternoon, PG and all.
What's up?
How is everyone doing today? The first week of my new job went well.
Nice.
Still not sure if I will enjoy the job or not, but we'll see.
We shall see. At least you got started.
Little Optimus, did you switch from petrol to canola oil?
Right? No, I'm using peanut oil because I feel like it's better for the environment. What, Optimus's one goal is to be solar powered? My one true form will be an EV vehicle.
Basically, he wanted to restore a balance between plants and tech, to a planet entirely of robots, which never had organic life to it to begin with.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Hey, Optimus, go grow a tree. Oh, God. I get. Did they have the Peter Cullen voice? The rollout voice? Or was he like plant trees? You know, I mean, like, what did he do? Or did they give him like a kind of crazy hippie voice? Yeah.
It's not meditate, it's more an acceptance that they weren't just machines anymore but a new techno-organic life form, and to imagine your new merged form.
That just sounds like they sat still and they got overgrowth. And all of a sudden, you know, it's like they have grass beards. Like dirty hippies. Go.
Voiced by Ron Perlman.
Oh, Ron Perlman? Ron Perlman. That's pretty good. Dude, Ron Perlman? All right. What, they couldn't get that other guy? Optimus should have touched some iron ore. All right? Stop touching grass. This is what happens. There were still animals, not plants, though.
They were still animals, not plants, though.
Why am I keep reading these things before they're even done, bro? He did grow a tree. He grew a tree in it. Oh, my God. You know, it's like you make the stuff up and you're just like, what? Why? The funniest time to change the word in Canada, they removed the term war and transforming, no pun intended, the title into Beasties. They called it Beasties? Really? Transformers Beasties? They're beasties, bro. Oh, God. Why? Oh, my God. Sounds like Overwatch lore. It's Overwatch lore. The Beastie Boys. Telling y'all it's sabotage. Cold pizza. Go.
It sounds bad without the context. It actually makes more sense if you watch both series.
Yeah, maybe it does. Go.
Also, the Beast Wars, Megatron split off his beast half instead of embracing the power it gave him, which is very out of keeping with a character who seeks power above all else.
Well, you know how people are with lore. Forget the lore. Forget about the characters and their personalities for seeking power. You know, whatever. They never do that. Nobody ever sticks with the lore anymore. I want cold pizza. I don't know, order pizza and then have it delivered and let it sit out for a while. I got you. With beasties, what, like Arachnia? Mm. I know. I don't think I've seen a single episode of that. No decent delivery places near me. Well, I mean, if you want it cold, it doesn't really have to be decent, does it? For that, you know what? Just get a block of cheese, a piece of bread, and put some sauce on it. Hey, we're on an artist budget here. That's how we make pizza.
Chipmunks are jerks.
Ow!
They rarely work. They get stuck in your walls, die in the halls, smell worse than rats when they decompose. Most people don't know, but just follow your nose. It's a chipmunk. Get in the walls!
Oh God. I've been to somebody's home who had a dead chipmunk in their walls. They do smell. They're like, just give it a couple of weeks, it'll go away. I'm like, you're gonna just open the window. I'm like, it's winter. Chipmunks. What? They're very skittery. I don't like them. Gotta bounce again. Zon Lord, there you go. Hope you like Kiosk. Write it down. You're gonna have to remind me. Right, I'm on my Sailor Moon kick, man. I just got to the episode where they got Sailor Mars. That's the one I remember being cool. Sailor Mars, she's so irritable, but in control. It's pretty good. Dress up to Sailor Mars.
It was because he didn't have the control over his form that he wanted. It also made him unable to fully integrate with Cybertron until he could fully separate himself from the beast form, as it was incompatible. He had won but would
not have his full victory until he was free of the beast form. Even Transformers had compatibility issues. Can you imagine being Megatron? It's like, oh, this is a USB 2.0. I'm a 3.0. I'm not compatible. This is a USB-C. I'm doomed. No. And then I got to find mods. I don't know. Thank you. Just made more coffee at my computer. At your computer? What do you have, a percolator hooked up to it? Percolator. Yeah, old-timey term. She praised the fire. Dude, I like Sailor Mars. She's cool. Dude, when she slapped that little, what do you call it? Little warding thing on Sailor Moon's head, that was hilarious. I was like, yeah, there you go. All right, Cybertron needs her micro center. What, Megatron will be sending Starscream out there every 5 minutes to get an adapter.
Hey Megatron, which iOS version are you?
I can't imagine any of them running on like a Mac OS. That would be terrible. It's like I'm outdated and I can't get upgraded. Things. What? Prayer strips? Or any warding strips? What are they? I don't know what they are. Not up on my lore. What did Dawn not show you where I had put the coffee maker? No, dude, I don't keep up with anything they do. They're over there. They're in a completely different room from me. What? Ray Sailor Mars, behave too much like a beep for my taste. Well, I kind of like. What? I'm more of the. I kind of like the aggressive, get to the point kind of people. So I feel like I would more relate to them, where I'm like, all right, I get it. What? No, because Sailor Moon is kind of derpy. What's the other one? Sailor Mercury so far. And we only got to the Mars thing. Don't spoil anything. I mean, I kind of know most of the stuff. But it's like the other one's just super, super quiet but smart. So I don't know. At least Mars is just like, boom, come on, stop being a jerk, let's go. Yeah. Not the same Megatron. Just took name and Optimus is Optimus Primal. That's a lot of work. Transformers got so much lore.
Internet is poopy sometimes.
It is.
But sometimes there are cats, and that makes it better. Internet is poopy sometimes. But then sometimes there's puppies, and that makes it better. Throw a puppy at it.
Throw a puppy at it. There you go. I like the fact Serena has two good. How come, what do you call it? That's not their name in because we're watching the Blu-ray version of it. The new one that got kind of released. It was at the library. The Sailor Moon's name isn't Serena now. Was that like the American version? They call her Usagi or something? Yeah. So was that the American name of that? Why would they do that? Because if you look at like all the old stuff, it's like Serena. Usagi is original. Yeah, that's what I figured. So why change the name back then? That's stupid. Why? What was in the 90s? Nobody would be able to pronounce that. Usagi doesn't sound like a really nice name for Sailor Moon. We're gonna call her Serena. What? Why? This doesn't make any sense. Usagi is rabbit. Moon rabbits are a thing. Moon rabbits are a thing. Well, I don't think anyone in America knows about moon rabbits. So, ad break coming up. Yeah, I know they happen. I can see it. Got a little warning right there. Because the company was scared. Hell, they made couple into cousins who thought they'd live together. Just so happened to live together. Yeah, we covered that before, and I feel like that was a creative decision made by somebody who's like in Japan, who's like, yeah, Americans, they just keep marrying their cousins anyway. Let's go with that. And they're just laughing their butt off. You know, whatever. Let's see. Japan sees a rabbit where Americans see what? The man in the moon. I know. I never looked at the moon and saw a rabbit. What? All right, whatever. Spawn was doing the importing with all the relationship aspects of the show. They were afraid calling her a rabbit would make it sexual for the audience. Well, you know, pre-internet, didn't they not see where that would go? I mean, like, the audience is going to make it sexual. Yeah, just give it about 10 years. Wait for the internet. What do you mean? Yeah, hold up. It was sexualized anyway. That's what I find weird about it, you know? It's also the bosses in Marriott. See, the bosses are rabbits, and the final level is the moon. Oh, there you go. It's all coming together now. See, we're learning. Yeah. Well, we do have an ad break coming up. When does that say? It doesn't give me a time limit there. I can't see it because my fat head is there yelling. Where it's quote-unquote only visible to me. Lies. I can get along with a beep as long as they're focused on the task. Yeah, there you go. I'm all about people being focused. What? That's my spirit animal. You know, I might be a beep, but I'm focused on a task. Everything else, everything get out of my way. I'm focused on a task here. Let's go. Go.
Oedipus existed before the internet. So yeah.
Yeah. The internet just made it weird. See you later, Pumpkin Guy and Pauline. Going on a walk, even though it's gloomy. Hey, that's the best time to go for a walk. You know? What? When it's raining and it's all crazy, you break out Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and you're like... There you go. Ad break. Everyone grab your coffee. Go. Let's see if something comes up for the zone, folks. Hey, that one's cute. I like that one. It's got a cool pumpkin pattern on the background. I want wrapping paper like that. That's kind of good. Yeah, it's normal. Normal. I feel like I've been drinking an obsessive amount of coffee. It's really good, dude. Now we got... I was saying something about coffee. Oh, no. We have, we're drinking cold brew that's been sitting in the fridge for 5 days. So we have coffee that's literally, what the hell? What, 5 days I said? 5 days. 5 days it's been brewing. I gotta get out of here. God, I hate AI. Ugh. They're on random. Where are those tasteful alerts when you need them? Jesus. Yeah, I was like, what? Coffee? Don't distract me. Good. Where did I leave off? Been watching your videos since the old Flash days. Even bought one of your sketches. Thank you. Hey. Reeled in. They're probably in an ad right now. Give it a second. I want to thank them when we get back. Yes, they are. Wait, is that an AI, Gwen? Gwen? Is that... Verlden, thank you. Oh, I'm just waiting. Come on, ad break. Hurry up, ad break. I hate you. Ah. And good, we're back. There you go. Now I gotta wait, usually a couple of seconds. Delay, 3, 2, 1. Verlden, thank you. Oh, they bought a sketch. Hold on to it, it'll be a collectible item one day. Here. Can't do build with the broken dreams and need white snakes, here I go. Here I go, walking in my own. I know, it depends on how the press here. Dun, 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 dun. 70s Otaku had it hard having to buy home recorded bootlegs. All right, yeah, now you can just go to anywhere on the internet and it's there. 3-stream streak. Hey, Como, what's up? How's it going? It'll become valuable when Jim dies. Could be any moment now. You don't know, building could fall on you, you know? Spontaneous combustion. You know, especially if you keep playing in front of open flames. It's next to my Roger Rabbit sketch. Nice. Thank you. Cool. Amateurs just hanging out with family and watching Married with Children. Married with Children. I really got to revisit that. Yeah. Do-do-do-do. Dun-dun-dun. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. So we're going to Mary outside. Read that. Pumpkins. Have you seen or read all the nonsense around the new season of Doctor Who? No, I didn't bother. I'm sure people had complaints, so I'm just like, meh. Once again, are the stories good? Has anybody watched any of the new Doctor Who's? Is it even out yet? Dude, I don't know if it's out yet. I don't keep up with Doctor Who anymore. You know, I'm like, God, what was it? The last couple of seasons? I think one of the last episodes I saw had Capaldi in it. And that was about it. Then I just kind of fell off the radar. I was just like, brr. I didn't even get through that whole season. I think because it was on like some kind of streaming thing and we had it and then they took it off and I'm like, I don't care anymore. 3 episodes there. Were they any good? Watch a couple episodes. Don't like the new guy. I wasn't impressed with the Christmas specials. Watch them for David Tennant. Space Babies was good. Latest episode is really good. Oh, there you go. Cool. Doctor Who's a woman now? No, I thought they changed that up again. They got rid of for somebody new, right? David Tennant is done? Yeah. I think they were good, but people are having issues. Yeah, you know. He's not coming back, honestly. Adam, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well on this Sunday. Boom. There are always complaints with regeneration. Yeah, right? No matter how you regenerate, you know, somebody's always got to complain about it. Yeah, that's fine. Can they act? That's the thing. Can they act? Or the story's good? God, why is the internet so hung up on everything? God. All right, they can act, and they're good. So, great. He's not ginger, that's the issue. He's not ginger, that's the issue. He's not... What? Ugh. The split to show Disney Plus and BBC will each have an active show running. Yay. No good doctor since Jim Baker? You mean Tim Baker? Tom Baker? Joe Don Baker? Imagine Joe Don Baker as a Doctor Who. Oof, that'd be rough. Literally, Christmas episode starts with Goblins Doctor dancing at a rave in a kilt. Oh, that's fun. All right. His line after Tent came in, he was disappointed that he wasn't ginger. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I don't know any of the little inside jokes. I didn't see the episodes. What am I going to do? Story reasons, you'll probably don't get a Doctor Who stuff happens and Tenant Doctor regenerates, but because of his unique Doctor Who thing happening, he starts splitting the parts and a new Doctor is generated while Tenant Doctor still exists. What the hell? Yo, can we just stick with one doctor, or do we have to have a doctor verse now? Is there going to be a doctor off? Where they're going to have to, like, fight it out? What? Hmm. I don't know. Don't really care. Doc could come back as a Smurf. That would be hilarious. Hmm. The doctor was split because of the toy maker. Good job, toy maker. I'm bad with names. I'm terrible with names. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so God, well, who's getting what then? If BBC's airing which season, that series then, and then Disney Plus is going to get their own series, or what? Or are they just doing simulcast kind of things? There can only be one doctor? Afternoon now, we're talking about Doctor, or what? Dr. Cram. I don't know. When will the Doctor ever have a definitive end of the story? I don't think they will. Oh. So it's just simulcast? So what's the point? So are they going to make 2 different Doctor Who series now, or no? Because if the Tennant one's still around, then it's like, huh? That's going to be weird. I don't know. They're going to keep splitting them up. Dude, we're going to have 15 different series. Let's go. Oh, God. What? They're gonna have their own Marvel Cinematic Universe. It'll be the Doctor Cinematic Universe. Timeless Child Arc has made it so the Doctor can just take on a new form over and over without end. Oh, good. That's what I love about franchises, that they never end. They just keep going. Tennant is there probably just for plot convenience later on. Yeah. There would never be closure in Doctor Who. I guess. Is there any news on that Faulty Towers sequel boot thing they were doing? With John Cleese. It was basically they're supposed to do another series. I don't even know what happened to that. I heard a blip and they were working on it and then it disappeared off the face of the planet. David is aiming to embrace it, but he was the issue with fans. Issue with fans in Whitaker's time. I think that's probably going on is Disney will have new episodes on their service, but any of the old classics will be on other streaming platforms. Weird. The West End play? Faulty Towers? Was a play? What about Jenny, his clone daughter? Dude, there's just so much going on in Doctor Who. I just need coffee. What? I can only do... Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a little early in the season for summer coffee cards. Just don't put them all in a dump file, because then it gets weird, because then you got summer, you got spring, I don't know what it is this, early fall? Yeah? Come on. Beach. All doctors exist throughout all time. The doctor you perceive dependent on which one you run into. I hate when that happens. No, there was other thing. I got distracted by cards and Assassin's Creed and hey, Valve. You know Valve? Portal. The other games they make. They're making another game. Valve is making another game. Yeah, Half-Life people. No, apparently it's going to be some kind of a shooter pew-pew game. No, not Team Fortress 3. They don't do threes. That's the thing. Valve has a new game called Deadlock. There you go, Valve, Deadlock. There's just a couple of leaks coming out about it. I don't think there's been any footage or anything, but that's kind of cool. Bum, bum, bum. Fun fact, the Dr. Tennant married his daughter, George Moffat, became the son-in-law to the Dr. Davidson, and had the doctor's daughter. That's all sorts of confusing. You can meet multiple doctors at the same time. Yay. Just give me Half-Life 3, damn it. You got Half-Life Alex, bro. I don't know. Half-Life 33 and a third. Starring Leslie Nielsen. That'd be hilarious. Kept it all on a family. Yeah, after a while, you got to diversify the gene pool, though. You know what I'm saying? Still want to see the dialect cooking omelets with the egg beater gun used as a whisk. Oh, God, yeah, dude. Some of the old props were hilarious, though. New series, The Doctors. Doctor? That was 4 years ago, and they brought us right back to cliffhanger ending. Hate when I do that. No. Yeah, so I don't know what the new game's going to do, but apparently it's a new one, so that's something to look for. Dude, Valve usually makes pretty good games. Yeah. Don't forget dialect bumps. They're bumps. What was the other weird news? Oh, yeah, dude, hey. I don't know how many of you are actually in Texas. Yo, you guys still without the power, man. There's like 500,000 people without power down there. All right? Think of the master. The master. He was over the top. Dude, especially in that weird, what the hell's his name? He was a good doctor. He kind of looked like, it was like, he was a one-off movie or something. It's kind of weird. Went from Sylvester McCoy to that guy. Gann. Right? I think it was Gann. Gann. Good so far. Texas be wet, yo. Yeah, poor Texas. I know, dude. It got wrecked, dude. There was a huge storm. Power outages everywhere. It's crazy. Well, I want them to get power back. Yeah. Paul McGann. McGann. There you go. Thank you. Nah, man, dude. They were a good doctor. That movie wasn't great, but it was still kind of decent. The master that was in that was just over the top. He was over the top. Well, he was a little campy. Coming soon, the Valve Half-Life 1/3, and we still can't count to 3. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's their thing. Maybe you think they're sitting there saying we're never going to make a third game just because we got to do that now. It's like the oldest internet meme for game devs. You know. The Doctor Who movie was romantic comedy for reasons? ? That's right. What? It was fun. Sometimes I like weird crap. Oh, yeah, they're making another Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That's coming out in like what? 2025? Ugh. I don't know if we need another movie. Shouldn't it have just been a standalone movie? They already did the thing. Yeah. I need to make a trilogy to release a trilogy on Steam to poke fun at that. It'll be a visual novel. Can Valve count to 3? Just put a bunch of anime characters in there, and they're all waiting for the third one to come out, and then in the third one, nothing comes out. And they're disappointed. That's your spoiler. Hurricane season begins for us soon, till November, so yeah, there we go. Stock up. Hurricanes. Another thing about Counter-Strike 2 is the 4th Counter-Strike game. Wait, Counter-Strike 2 is the 4th Counter-Strike game? I thought it was just Counter-Strike and then Counter-Strike 2. Where are the other ones? Doctor almost became Americanized media with that movie. Yeah, that's when they were, like, a lot of people refer to that as the most American version of Doctor Who. The Doctor Who movie with McGann. Because it was literally took place in, like, people got shot in, like, the first scene. It's like, you know, the doors open up and then Sylvester McCoy's blah, 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 blah. You know? All right, it's CS, CS Source, CS Go, and then CS2. Oh, okay. Wow. I just know people play CS Go, and I just assume then CS Go 2 or whatever. Doctor Who Detroit. Pretty good. We've even had tornadoes here in Michigan. Tornadoes! Don't like it. Tornadoes are the worst. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure to leave it that was the doctor to go first. Fifth if you count Counter-Strike Condition 0. So they just don't like the number 3. I wonder if they're like numerologists. You know how like numerologists put very large importance on numbers? Is 3 good or bad? No, they'll literally like get wonky with that. What is CS? Counter-Strike. Or crappy system. What? Or coffee sip. I'll start slapping AI. It's 22 degrees where I am. 22? Might have a board member with the fear of 13. The number 24? Been out, my friend. Saw the movie If. It's very good. Is it? I don't know. If. Oh, is that the thing with the imagination-y creature thing, right? I think. Last coffee card, lady looked angry. Oh yeah, maybe she's running low on coffee or you used up all the sugar. That's the lore. This one's just like, here, have some coffee. Ignore my grotesque AI hands. This is terrible. This was like a year and a half ago. Oh my God. Chat, if you ever do a thing, you put the word pumpkins next it. This is what it does. God, I hate it. I hate it. This is what happens when it mines not safe for work art. That's the thing, dude. AI uses a data set of art that's out there, and you know how art is now. It's just not where it should be. Whatever. The author Stephen King also has a phobia about the number 13. What? I'm surprised he doesn't have that, like, stapled to his forehead. Number 13, Stephen King. Isn't that, what's that called? Trichodecaphobia or something like that? What's it called? Tripodopadupalapalas-nophobia. What the hell's it called? The fear of number 13. Go, tell me words.
Maybe try lady handling big pumpkins? No?
No, that's the problem we've come across is putting the word pumpkins in there. Large pumpkins is not good because it always puts it nearby the chest. Like the other one that we saw where it was like, it literally turned her shirt into a pumpkin and it constantly comes back as stupid. Number 4 is fear of Japan as well. Yeah, that's because it sounds like death or something, right? Triskaidekaphobia. It sounds like you just have a fear of getting decked by Triscuits. That doesn't make any sense. Triscuits, they're little weird crunchy crackers here in the States. If AI uses the data set of pre-existing art, then with the rapidly increasing amount of AI art existence, the AI art will eventually just end up copying itself. Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be diminishing turns, so if you want returns, if you want good art, you got to do it now. Try jack-o'-lanterns? No, it does the same thing. We tried jack-o'-lanterns, carved pumpkins, and these are the ones that we found acceptable. There's other ones that are just like, really, you're going to turn this out, AI? Like if they were a staff artist, they'd be like, dude, no, this is not the place for this. Get out, do this on your own time. You know? Because 13 is the third 10. It's basically saying third 10 fear in Latin. Latin's a dead language. Doesn't matter anymore. It's not relevant. Triscuit decks are scary, unsafe. It's a whole desk made out of Triscuits. Just attracts mice. It's very unstable. Goth girl pumpkins. Stop pretending. Get to the chase. Fear of the word is called yeah, I know. Fear of long words.
Fear of long words is called hippopotomonstrosequipedaliophobia. Unfair?
It should just be big wordophobia. No, like science got to break it down for normal people, so it's legit. Big wordophobia, clownophobia, 13ophobia, okay? Triskaidekaphobia and blah 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 phobia. Look, hippopotamonous. It sounds like you got a fear of hippos and squids at the same time. You know, like your biggest fear is a hippo carrying a squid trying to maul you. It doesn't make any sense. I want real fear, spider phobia. You know, arachnophobia. Fine, it's at least I know what an arachnid is. You know, it's just silly. Hippo monster squids. There you go. You know, sharkophobia, clownophobia, whatever, money phobia, nature phobia, outsidophobia. You know, people phobia. God. Tetraphobia is the name for the fear of the number 4. Phorophobia. Squints. Did the stream crash? No. No. Squid Billy chasing you with a hippo. There you go. Tetrisphobia. Right? Dude, just phobias, man. Just call it what it is. The thing you're scared of, and then that. I don't need Latin terms. I don't need weird medical terms. You know, you got a fear of shoes? Fine. Shoeophobia. Feetophobia. Yeah. Hippo, elephant, giant, squid, whale, word phobia. Sure. You know? It's ridiculous. Pumpkin phobia. There you go. Fear of pumpkins. Does anybody have a fear of pumpkins? No, man. I don't even know if that's an actual thing. I'm sure there's somebody out there who literally has a fear of pumpkins. You know, maybe they went to like one of those farm fairs or whatever. Hey, let's all go to the county fair. We're going to see the world's largest pumpkin grown this year, you know, and then it rolled and like killed their entire family, you know, and then they got a fear of it. Gordon phobia. And BS phobia. Boobophobia? Can people have a fear of that? I just don't like eating or drinking them. Yeah. So that's where Lovecraft gets the idea for Cthulhu from. Yeah. Maybe. Boobophobia. I feel like that's what YouTube has right now. They're like, quick, get it. Gordon phobia. They probably saw the Goosebumps. Yeah, it's going to read it.
They probably saw that Goosebumps episode with the jack-o'-lantern people.
Hey, there you go. Nice. Best kind of people. You know? Well, you got to treat them nice. Yeah. Go.
Hydrophobia. No, not afraid of water. He is afraid of hydraulics.
Yeah. Water phobia would be water phobia. Yeah. Hydrophobia just sounds weird. Hydraulics would be a hydraulic phobia. Just coffee phobia. You know? Lawn phobia. Chocolate phobia. What? Why is it so difficult? Timmy phobia. The fear of being treated like a forgotten child. Is that an actual thing? Timmy phobia? I don't know. That could be a legit term. I don't know. That would be like orphan phobia, right? And yet, there are videos of women wearing mesh tops and get millions of views. Yeah. Well, you know, it's the animated stuff you got to worry about. It's the real life stuff, you know. Don't worry about that. Speaking of, need more coffee. Phobophobia? What about a fear of fear? That'd be fear phobia. I got a fear of being scared.
I have lawn phobia. I fear having to mow and also the allergy and itchiness of touching grass.
I feel like this one's tasteful. And that one's gone. All right. Rickrollaphobia. That's pretty good. I like that. All right, can we go? All right. Fear is scary. You have nothing to fear but fear
Time
itself.
to hydrate
I
because
just
I
did
need
it.
some water. I gotta keep the pipes hydrated.
I probably should drink water. I've had like 4 cups of coffee and like 2 sips of water.
Phobophobia is an extreme fear of being afraid.
All right, that I can almost get behind because I know what a phobia is, and having a phobia of phobias, that would be phobophobia. Fine. But what about a fear of getting your picture taken? Wouldn't that be photophobia? Or do they have some weird, crazy term of like, you know, I don't know, soul capture phobia? What is it? Even demophobia? Photogenic phobia? Picture-a-phobia. I want you to picture a phobia in your mind. I should probably get water, though. What? I think everyone here has a healthy fear of Eevee. It's Eevee phobia. What? Because you're a mod. Fear the mods. I'm having water this time. And I got to crack my jaw. Hold on. Yeah, that kind of worked. All right. Now we got a jaw thing. If anybody know what TMJ is, go.
Photophobia? Afraid of getting a picture or having a picture taken, or fear of photons?
I have a fear of photons. Also atoms. I have atom phobia. Everything around me makes me freak out. Everything is made of atoms, dude, and neutrons. Neutrons too! Neutron phobia! Is there a fear of neutrons? Huh. Beware the power of the mod. Dun-dun-dun. Mastophobia, the fear of big breast instead of fear of masts? What? There's a fear of large ones? I could see if you had to carry them around. Yeah, that would be a fear of. But for a usual viewer, did somebody get smothered as a child? I mean, what happens? That's an actual thing? Pupophobia? Oh, that just sounds like you're scared of puppies. Is anyone scared of puppies? Oh my God. Dude, no, is that an actual thing? I know people are looking up phobias right now. Dude, are people, like, not even dogs? Because I can see dogs, big, scary, but, like, fear of puppies. Or kittens. Like, is it like newbornophobia? That would suck. You imagine, you know, bringing somebody to a puppy place, and then they're like, no, I can't go in there. Ah! You know, and they run out and they're screaming their heads off, and all the puppies are like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? I don't know, man. It's all right. You cute. I know you cute too. Maybe they just got a fear of puppies. Labradorphobia? Gotta run. ADJ. Later. Fear of kittens. Maybe. They are sharp. Yeah, kittens are sharp. Puppies, not so much. Fluffophobia. Go.
There is a phobia of people being afraid of small, little people.
Really? There's a phobia of people being afraid of little people? Okay, here's the thing. I would say generally I have a fear of things that could actually hurt me. All right? Like maybe heights? Because there's something I have a healthy fear of gravity, and I know it can mess me up. All right. Same thing with water, like oceans, because at any given moment, the ocean could just say, you know what, undertow, and all of a sudden I'm like 12 miles out to sea, just going, hello, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I like spiders. There was literally a spider by my head the other day. You know what? I picked it up with a piece of paper and I brought him somewhere else. I was like, hey, guy, I know you probably want to eat my face when I go to sleep, but let's go over here. Yeah. Today is 40 years since a guy named Michael Lawson went to CBS Television City and during a taping of the game show Press Your Luck used his knowledge of how the show's game board worked to win $110,000. Inflated, that would be, how much is that? That's a lot. $322,000 today in cash prizes. Nice. See, use the smartness. Fear of clowns and spiders. Traumaphobia is the fear of psychic injury. Oh, physical injury? Traumaphobia? Well, trauma doesn't sound good either. I would have a fear of trauma. Who wants to get hurt? Well, I guess there's a fine line of like, well, I'm not going to do anything because I'm going to get hurt. And that's like the irrational fear of it. Like, I'm never going to leave the house, you know, that kind of thing. Because, you know, you might trip, you know, somewhere. If it stops you from going outside, then it's kind of like, I guess that's a fear. I don't know. Spexophobia. Wasps are evil. Yeah, wasps are like the obnoxious bee, you know? Like bees are kind of cool. Sometimes they're a little annoying because they get around you. Wasps are just like the angry version that'll just keep coming after you, you know? I woke up one morning with a black widow on my eyes. Long as you don't startle them, they just move on. Yeah, I don't want to wake up with that. That would freak me out, especially if I knew if it was a black widow. Oh, my God. Mom just got me another coffee. Yes! Maybe I should do that. Griffon, to be fair, goblins are scary. Is there a fear of goblins? Do people have a fear of fantasy worlds? Because, like, my whole existence is about getting to a fantasy world. I don't have a fear of it, okay? I have a fear of the real world, because the real world is a problem. All right, fantasy worlds are fun. All right? That's what I need. I would scream if I saw a spider on me. Really? They're just spiders. It kind of depends on the spider. There's weird, jumpy spiders that are flipping crazy. Sometimes movements. If their movements are crazy and sporadic, I get kind of bent out of shape. But if I can understand how they move, I generally don't have a fear of it. Things that I cannot calculate in my head, their movements, like jumping spiders, holy crap. That's when it's like, I gotta sit back and I gotta like, all right, I gotta reevaluate. So if I do this, they're probably gonna jump here, so I gotta be over there. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Go.
Cherophobia is a phobia where a person has an irrational aversion to being happy.
I feel like that's us, because we don't know what to do with it. Like, I'm not even joking about that. Like IRL, this one back here, happiness is weird. Because it's so few and far between, you know? It's just like, even a few times that you are generally happy, it's just like something comes by and just slaps you upside the head and be like, stop that. And you're like, well, I was happy. Yep, nope. But somebody's going to run your foot over with a shopping cart because they weren't paying attention. You know? Meanwhile, this guy was all elated because he got $5 off a thing of dates, you know? Happiness, what's that? Real world does suck, you know? I try to avoid it at all costs. Most of these phobias based on humanistic traits or looks is based on an ancient fear of the other deviation of proto-human, for which did not go on to become humans unlike proto-homo sapiens. Is this why I have a fear of idiots? No, because sometimes when I go outside and I'm mingling with humans, I feel like I'm dealing with a subspecies, like I'm Jane Goodall, you know? So I kind of got like a healthy fear of irrational people. Oh.
Lil found happiness? Oh no, that's not good. Lil.
Yeah. It's weird when you get that moment of joy and you're like, oh my God, there's something wrong here. It's so weird. We grew up in a odd way. So that's your problem, mingling with humans. I fear the idiots too. Well, that's a healthy fear. That I figure, like, if you're dealing with people that are very irrational, like, we can usually rationalize with people as long as they're rational. When they're not rational, then you're just like, there's only so much you could do. Those are the scary people. Those are the scary people. Scary people. That's so irrational. Jerks. All right. Yeah, see, I fear idiots too. That should be idiot phobia. Moron phobia. You have a fear of idiocy because you're a... I'm not a homo superior or anything. I'm just a person.
No, that's fear of the repercussions of irrationality that humans can cause, lol.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Some of my friends say I have agoraphobia, but I don't. The world just suck.
Yeah, I feel like, because you've been accused of being agoraphobic at certain times, and we do like the outdoors. Go.
I don't fear them, but I do want to punch them in the face.
Yeah, but then you have a healthy fear of getting arrested, right? So then that stops you. See? It's all about checks and balances. Thank you. Agoraphobia, it's like we do like going outside, but there's a multitude of variables that must be taken into consideration for us to be able to enjoy the great outdoors. One, is it too hot? Are there a lot of bugs outside? Are a lot of people outside? Are people driving like idiots because everyone just got their brand new shiny driver's license and their parents bought them a car, so now they're all over the road driving like idiots, even on top of a sidewalk? That kind of thing. So we got this over-analytical approach to everything going on in the world at particular times of the day, evening, night, and all this other stuff. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's like, do we want to leave the house at 12:05? Here's the thing. If you leave and go outside at around noon, right? A little bit after noon, you know what's happening? Everybody's on lunch. You know what they do with their lunch break? They run around like maniacs trying to get lunch. They're always behind. They're always rushing around. They're always speeding. They're never paying attention and all that other stuff. Your best time to be outside is between 10:15 and 11:45. That is when traffic is at a minimum. People aren't rushed to be where they are because they're already there, and you're good. Seriously, we mathed it. Yeah.
Idiots are everywhere. I mean, we are in the midst of a war of the sexes where both sides are fighting who wants to choose bears over them.
Bears? People have a fear of bears? We saw a bear. Thank you. What's to choose bears? Choose bears? Bears? Oh, man. Thank you. What? No, I don't got to worry about the audio clip on YouTube because it takes it out. So his face will be there, but that won't be a thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Women say they'd rather be stuck in the woods with a bear instead of a man. Have you ever been stuck in the woods with a bear? I think you would reevaluate that situation. But then on the same side, hey, guys don't have it easy when dealing with, certain types of irrational others. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have. Not bad. Oh, God. What? Dude, bears. Come on. Here's the thing. I don't know where these people get their significant others from or whatever, but I'm like, there's usually red flags. I mean, how attuned are people to whatever? I don't care. Everyone figure out your own relationships. Let's see. Go.
My case is let them do it. It would weed the stupid out.
This is true. Go play with the bears. Cocaine bear. Let's go. Too many stupid people on the road, and I keep having to remind myself there's a reason Virginia is on multiple worst drivers of American lists. Multiple lists, not just one. I don't want to be deep in the woods at all. Only wooded city trails where I have some measure of control over my surroundings. Yeah, I feel like humanity has evolved to the point knowing that nature can destroy it at any given point, so stay the hell away from it. Everyone ignores the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. They're there for a reason. You can't fix them. But I can fix them. No, you can't. Gotta go. Love the puppet model. That followed a good day. Thank you. Zio. Thanks for being here and stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice of them. I appreciate it. Right. I also appreciate coffee. Go. I'm going to go to easy mode, too. Yeah. Well, I got my crappy tunnel. Crappy tunnel syndrome. Crappy tunnel syndrome. It's so crappy. Don't you know that it's terrible when your arm is crazy? I can't even see my face on this. Oh, now, what a weird elongated head on that one. I'm out of water, though. I'm out of water. What's up?
Went to my first professional rodeo 2 days ago. Those bulls and horses are huge. Theirs are almost twice their size.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I once felt kinophobia, fear of empty space, when I got into a hyperfocus playing Pokemon Snap 64 on the Mew level, which is in space with no ceiling or floor, and you're floating in a small ship chasing a small orb
which contained the Pokemon. I didn't see the TV sides, just the space of the game, and it freaked me out until I snapped out of hyperfocus. I thought kenophobia was the fear of Ken from Barbie. That's the fear of empty spaces? I mean, I guess what are that empty space in between Ken's ears? Yeah, but that's so weird. Like kenophobia it should just be emptyophobia. Empty spaceophobia. What the hell is kenophobia? You got a fear of people named Ken? No, I got the fear of empty spaces. How does that even make sense? What the hell does... All right, whatever. I fear Ken from Street Fighter. Keno, not Ken. Well, it's usually philophobia, right? So it's like fill in the blank, ophobia. Claustrophobia. Isn't that like claustrophobic phobia? Claustrophobia is just being stuck in small spaces.
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Pennies from you to me. Thank you.
Spokavreal_DTS has just donated $1.23. Wow, it seems Foamy has a real phobia copy-paste greater than a strong and persistent intolerance of stupidity. Alethiophobia is a neologism, recently constructed word, from the Greek elethios, stupidity, and the Greek phobos, fear.
Nice. I like that. See, that works. Foamy's got a phobia. People phobia. That's what I would call it. People phobia. I got a fear of people. People phobia. Thank you, thank you. It sounds different from Ken when you say it, so I didn't think of that. Oh. Kenophobia. Wouldn't you just have a fear of playing Keno? Or a Keno speaker? Mad libophobia? I got a fear of adding words into blank sentences. What do I do? You got to pick a word. Ah, it scares me. There was a bear on a trail I used to hike. I never saw the actual bear itself, but it did leave a large turd to let me know that it saw me. Is that what they do? They just plop one down and they're like, hey, I saw you. This is proof. Keno from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2. No. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the last time we saw a bear, we were in a car, we were driving, and this bear literally, it was like on a main street too. It literally just walked across the street like nothing. It had no healthy fear of people whatsoever. It was just like, yep, I'm just going to walk across the street. Yep. And of course, humans, the ever-intelligent geniuses that they were, all decided to pull over, get out of their cars, and start taking picture of this giant bear that just came out of hibernation and is probably a little bit hungry. And I'm like, y'all want to get back in your car? Y'all want to get back in your car? I didn't get out of the car. You crazy? Yeah. They're like, hey, look, it's a bear. Hey, look, it's a bear. I'm like, this ain't Yogi, bro.
Bear was out grocery shopping.
Right? I'm just like, and it was amazing that people were just like, hey, look, there's a little bear over there. Little bear. It's little because you're on the other side of the street and it's far away. If it gets close to you, it's like 5 times your size. And I'm like, just get back in the car. You know, but then you had these dude bro guys who were like, well, I'm a hunter, you know, bear. I'm not worried about no bear. I'm like, okay, do you have a rifle on you right now? That's going to help you, if this guy charges at you? Oh, no, I got it in the back of my truck. This bear could be on top of you before you get into the back of your truck, okay? My God. I don't know. People are weird. I feel like since people have been looking through a screen their entire life, when they look up from their phones, I feel like they're still in a way looking through a screen in their mind. Like they're watching a VOD in real time, and they're just like, hey, look, there's a bear over there. And they don't realize the gravity of the situation until it's sitting on them.
Again, let them weed themselves out.
Yeah, I know. But then everyone will be issued bear helmets next season. Hey, you got to wear a bear helmet now. Why? Well, we had a bunch of people running up to bears with cameras and poking it with a stick so they can get a selfie. Oh, so everyone's got to wear a bear helmet now. Yeah. That's the important thing. Also bubble wrap. Can we stop putting people in bubble wrap so they survive? I feel like it's detrimental to the gene pool. Just saying. All right, chat. I'm assuming they don't make these anymore. I'm assuming they don't make these anymore, but with summer coming up, they got to bring these back. They had little monster freaking ice cream bars, dude. Were these real? Dude, I've never had these. I want these. No, because here's the thing. You never get spooky ice cream anymore. Nobody makes spooky ice cream because spooky season is usually in the fall and it's too freaking cold to be eating ice cream. So I'm like, bro, bring these back. The Ghoulie. I need the Ghoulie Good Humor Bar. I think the Reddit said it came out in like 93. And I'm like, 93? Featuring spooky see-through hole. Spooky. Less ice cream. Yes, that is scary. Go.
Bears won't wait to eat you after you're dead. You could heap bleeding out and they would start.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want that. I wonder what you have to put in the Amityville toaster to get one of these back. I'm going to say a copy of the New York Times from 1995. That's what it is. You put an old newspaper in there, you get a Ghoulie ice cream bar. I don't know. Dun, dun. Pop-Tart. You can take the gumball eye out of the socket ice cream bar. That's kind of cool, man. Dude, they don't have cool novelty ice creams anymore. They don't even have Choco Tacos anymore. They stopped making those with bubblegum eye. Yeah, that was kind of a thing back in the day. There used to be a lot of kind of weird ice cream bars that came with little bubble gums. There was like Bubble-O Bill, which was like this little, I guess, Western character that had a gumball nose. And I think a frog had eyes for
I miss the
gumballs.
Flintstones Sherbert push-up popsicles. They don't make them anymore, nor even an off-brand kind.
Ow. It's always weird. Stuff evolves and they stop making things. And then before you know it, we're left with garbage. Garbage. Oh, speaking of old crap, yo, we set up a virtual machine. Virtual machine. It's a machine that's virtual. That's right. That's right. Why would we do this? For old games. Old games? What are you talking about? Yo. All right, we set up a virtual machine and we're like testing out some old games because we're thinking about like playing some old games on stream. We're talking about like old games. Like games that are so old that if you try to boot them up in Windows 10 or 11, it's like, no, we don't even know what this is. We're not going to play this. And I'm like, wait, you got to play it. Come on, compatibility mode. No, we're not compatible with this anymore. What are you talking about? Oh, come on, bro. Compatibility mode. You know how this works. I'm like, no, it's not compatible at all. You're going to have to get an older operating system. Really? You want me to put a whole operating system in here that's old just to play this one stupid old game from who knows when? Yeah, that's right. That's what you got to do. All right, I guess I'm putting in XP in a virtual machine and see what happens. We did that, and it works. All right. So there we go. Now, because we got some old games, because we've been going through some crap, and we've been looking at, we've been coming across like old discs and whatnot. So we're just like, hey, bro, you know what? We could play game A, B, or C. You know, like where's the one that we found that does not work on Windows? Let's go to this mode. Oh, look, Emily the Strange, Skate Strange. Look, it's made for Windows and Mac. How amazing is that? Right? Dude, this thing is in pristine condition because I bought it when it was like new. And I just literally, because I've been working so hard, never got a chance to play it. Look, look. It's literally a 4:3 aspect ratio. 36 far out levels in Paris, Moscow, London, and New York. Choose from your favorite boards. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what the specs are, but let's find out. It's a PC CD-ROM. Windows 7, Vista, XP. Minimum requirements, XP Service Pack 3. We got that. This might work in Windows 10. We'll see. No guarantee for laptop variants. Oh, your mother. Manual included as PDF file. Wow. Or, dude, look at that. Look at how crisp that is, bro. I don't even think I got fingerprints on this. That's crazy. Yeah. What? It's not made for Linux? I don't think so. The other game that we bought from ye olden times. This is sealed. This is still sealed. It's a Nintendo DS game. Emily the Strange. It's Strangerous. Bro. Bro. Look at this. Look, puzzle adventure. 60, more than 60 puzzles. Solve more than 60 puzzles. World of Strange. Look at this. Nintendo DS. Oh, DS XL, bro. Cool. Yeah, that might be like an emulator thing. Boop. Oh, you got that too? Cool. DS. I say play it. Never heard of this game. Yeah, Emily the Strange had a lot of weird web games. There was like a kind of Flash back in the day. Go.
There are some old DOS game I would love to play again because I never finished it. It was called Chips and you had to push blocks and had to avoid or use environmental traps to find computer chips. It was a good mind tester.
Ooh, nice. Cool. Cool. Oh, that was the other thing. Yo, because if you ever go into those abandonware sites, dude, here's what just like clicked in my head, because again, we haven't played a lot of the older games, because there were all these old Japanese language visual novels for weird animes I've never heard. And I'm like, wait a second, I don't need an English patch for this. Because I'm like, yo, you just pull out your phone and use your camera with the Google Translate in real time. You can literally play these games and see what the choices are. Dude, how cool is that? You can see what all the dialogue is. You know? You know how many people used to labor over English patches? You don't even got to do that now. So if you do have a game, keep this in mind. If you have a game and you have a Japanese version and you don't know what the hell the language is, bro, just whip out that Google Translate. It does it in real time, and then you can at least read the choices and know what the hell's going on. Yeah, just like, I know, I'm an idiot. I just put two and two together, and I'm like, hey, I can just use my phone for this. I never finished Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger NES. Well, maybe you should. Oh, wait, isn't that, that should be in the Steam Disney morning collection or whatever? Afternoon? Let me see if I can find that. Give me a second. Ah, come on, where is it? Bro. There you go. Hey, it is. Cool. Boop. Look at that. The Disney Afternoon Collection. It does have Chip and Dale. It's got DuckTales, Tailspin, and Darkwing Duck. So it's got all them old games. See, there you go. Chip and Dale. See, it's on a modern platform. It actually works. There you go. So if you did want to revisit the nostalgia of Chip and Dale, Tailspin, or whatever else. But, dude, DuckTales game, try to get the remaster because that still holds up. Even the old one does. The other games I haven't played, though. But they do exist. Q. Tailspin sucked. Tailspin sucked, bro. I don't know. I never played it, so. I don't know. You can even get a USB NES controller from Nintendo to play it.
You can
Nice.
even get a USB NES controller from Nintendo to play it.
I feel like this is my thing for today. I keep reading the alerts before they show up. What the hell's wrong with me? Gargoyles was the best show of the whole Disney Afternoon era. They also remastered that old game. For those who don't know. I'll pull it up. I'll do it. Gargoyles Remastered. There you go. It came out, hey, look, October. Beautiful time for a spooky game. All right. So this is out. It exists. If you wanted to get nostalgic about that, they updated all the sprites, the animations. Looks kind of fun. Dum. Chips Challenge is available on Steam for free. Chips Challenge. There you go. Cool. Weren't they making a Gargoyles movie or new series soon? Yeah, they're supposedly working on a live action series for Gargoyles. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm on board. I'll see what they do to it. We'll see. It takes time for them to develop anything, so I wouldn't expect to hear anything at least until mid-2025. Yeah. Think they were remaking the anime? Tailspin was pretty bad. Yeah, I never played it. It's supposed to be animated like the X-Men 97. I don't know, unless they change gears. Maybe. I don't know. I heard that the last I heard, and that was a bit ago, so maybe they did change up. Because they're thinking about doing the Spider-Man cartoon again, too. In the same way that the X-Men 97 went. Because apparently X-Men 97 did really well for them. So they're like, oh, dude, let's look at all the other old animated superhero things that we did, and let's make things like that, you know? So. Gargoyles, featuring the voice cast of Star Trek Next Generation. Currently, I only have one TV console, PS1, with the port in the back.
I wish they would remaster the Sega CD Batman the Animated Series game. I played it a few times, but my sister spilled milk on my Master System with Sega Dad on it and killed it.
Oh my God, no. Yo, you got to be careful with your milk around consoles, bro. Oh, man. What are you going to do? Yeah, bring back the entire 92 universe. Make the 90 Spider-Man already. Yeah, I feel like that's what they're going to do. Ah, there's an ad break. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to be right back. Anyway, let me get some coffee. Everybody hang out. I'm going to get some cartoons going. And I will be right back in about 2 minutes. 2-3 minutes. We'll see. Be right back.
Find me a book about quantum mechanics, but it has to come with a toy or I don't want it.
How about a book about kittens?
Only if they're quantum mechanic kittens. Quantum mechanic kittens punching you in the face through time and space. You don't even know the time or the place. They just appear, smack you in your beard, then they're gone. Like a pop song that trends for about 15 minutes, then it's gone again. Quantum mechanic kittens!
Designed and engineered by They made a mold. How much engineering is involved in a static figure that doesn't move? There's no engineering involved in that. I'm sorry. Take that off your resume right there. Designed, eliminate that, by Numbskull Designs. Okay. Exclusive burnt edition, marshmallow scented Stay Puft. You're right. Look at that. It does smell like a marshmallow. So if you want to break open the collectible box, then yeah. So, engineered. This has been engineered, chat. It's engineered. So technically, hey, when you made those little Foamy statues, you made them yourself. You did the sculpting, you did the molding. You actually made the plastic, you poured the plastic resins and all that other stuff, and you made a couple of things. Are you now an engineer? Because put it on your resume, bro. I mean, seriously. We're engineers now, chat. Just saying. I'm an engineer. I feel like a lot of job titles are very... They don't mean anything anymore. I feel like the concepts have diminished over the times. Engineering includes material used. Are you kidding me? So because I used paper and a pencil to draw something, does that make me an engineer? Here, okay, in my head, and I could have a weird interpretation of the concept of engineering. If it doesn't have gears, it's not engineering, okay? If it doesn't have circuitry and stuff like that, it's not engineering to me, you know? It's kind of like steampunk. If there's no gears, it's not steampunk. You know what I'm saying? I need wires. So, no wires and no gears, it's not steampunk, it's not engineering in my head. I'll admit I'm wrong in that. I just have an odd interpretation. You know, so you're also an engineer, by the way, back there. Really, you're an engineer? That's very impressive. Yeah, you should see the paper that I used and the pencils. I have 3 different types of lead. 4 different types of paper. High quality engineering. Ah, God. There you go. It's caught my attention again. I was... Oh. I got my coffee, doing good. What's up? Can't hear, turn up the volume, it's very low. Yeah, the audio on those are like probably early on. You know, let me switch back because then I could do it for future reference. Give me 1 second, chat. Crap I didn't care about. This I care about.
Steve is very
because
quiet.
the old Voltron from the 80s was heavy. Like you would not believe how heavy it was. Right. It was actual metal. You could kill somebody. If somebody broke into your house and you had a choice between a Volt...
Yeah, but then you know what's going to happen. The squirrel cartoons are going to come in and they're going to be blaringly loud. Later, Briano. Thanks for being here. The 2004 high school days. Thank you. Hey, what? Hi. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Pilsy trying to eat the plug. Pilsy's always trying to eat something. There's always something in his mouth, and we're like, drop it. And he's just like, no, it's mine. Yeah. You had that Voltron. That was a cool Voltron.
That one was a plastic Voltron but had metal joint pieces that the plastic surrounded to make sure it didn't break during play, thus making it heavier.
That thing was just so dense. Now, I remember somebody had one. We didn't have one. And dude, just holding a single lion was just like, dude, you were doing weight training with that toy. You know? It was insane. They don't make toys like that anymore. Could you use Voltron to murder zombies? Yeah, probably. That thing was so heavy. Like, if you put them all together, it was almost impossible to move it and have, like, a fluid motion of play. Mine was cast metal, about total 5 pounds. I thought it felt heavier than that. My God. Die-cast lines were best lines. Yeah, I remember somebody had one of those, and I got to, like, play around with it, and I'm like, oh, wow, damn, they made this, like, really heavy. And then there was later years, I think they came out with a plastic version because they wanted to cheap out on it, and it did not feel the same. It just felt knockoffy, you know? 2 OG Red Rangers in the box. Almost sold out. X-Men 94. Nice. Matchbox did the plastic ones. Ugh, gross. Newgrounds represent, dude. 80s and 90s when entertainment actually cared. Yeah. And then that stopped. People don't realize that this is how people lived back then. This was somebody's entertainment setup, bro. They're just watching He-Man. They had their VCR, their Cheetos, and their Mountain Dew. And their Nintendo Entertainment System. Timmy's like, hey, that looks like my setup.
I have the full Voltron based on the Netflix one, and it's actually good quality and felt like the old type of toy where they were individual items and combined, and everything fit together. Had plastic launch discs and projectiles.
Projectiles as well. Nice.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, Cheetos were actually made out of real Cheetos. Where do you think they got that mascot from? That's why those little corn puffs had a very distinct lion flavor to it. Let's see. That old Mountain Dew logo, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. People had some like it was just kind of super chill back then. Oh no, something dropped. No, I need that. Yeah, I gotta go get a thing. It fell. Here, stare at coffee carts. That's like a weird little metal piece. If I don't find it now, I'm never going to see it again. Also had a speaker to do lines and sounds from the show. Wow. Back in my day. Oh, going back to red flags. Hold on. Oh, no, wait. This will be better. You know, I don't know. Like Reddit just has a bunch of old setups right now. Look at this. This is like somebody's active setup right now. I guess they use it to play old games. Oh my God. Dude, that's crazy. Red Alert 2, bro. Authentic hardware. I swear I had that monitor too at some point. Maybe these speakers as well. I didn't have a cool mouse like that though. God, I can't zoom in anymore. I was just curious as the processor. Must be off. Matter X later. Thanks for being here.
That is one of those cow computers.
Yeah, Gateway. We literally came across a laptop battery from a Gateway that was in storage, and I'm like, yeah, we got to throw this out. Cow boxes. I don't know. It was like a good marketing campaign. Our computers were like so-so. Because I remember having one of them at some point, and it worked well. It was like a solid build, and then they just kind of crapped out at some point. LDR is cool. Love Duke Nukem. Yeah. Logitech speakers. God, when Logitech made stuff that didn't tick me off. Oh, man. They need to bring the show back. They need to bring back the PJs. Bro, this was such a good show, man. This was a good show. They should bring it back. Chirpy birds. Yeah, I got birds in the background. Bring back the PJs. Chirpy birds for our serene thing here. They won't be in Nevada. Go.
My first computer was an old IBM desktop with Windows 95. It had original asteroids and a vector graphic tank game that I glitched somehow into not working anymore.
Oh my God. Dude, you soft locked yourselves out, man. Dude. Yeah, I got a first computer I didn't get till like 2000 something. That was ridiculous. Yeah, what's wrong with Logitech? I got Logitech trackballs and I love them. We've had a gross amount of issues with Logitech software. So much so that I've ripped everything out remotely relating to anything Logitech. Their hardware is usually good. Their software absolutely sucks. The only comparable terrible software development, in my opinion, is the Wacom tablet drivers. That is the only equivalent I have to awful software engineering. Bro, there's just something about Logitech. It just does not play well with anything that I touch. So I don't bother. I will get some knockoff garbage mouse that just as long as I don't got to install their software, I don't care. Never install software. All right. Last good Logitech software was released in 1999. I know. It wasn't up until probably the last 6 years that I started having a problem with Logitech. Like, for whatever reason, they made their little software drivers and stuff like that just end up being this bloated mess of garbage. And I'm like, now I just default to Windows drivers where it's like, oh, you just hooked up a keyboard. There you go. I'm like, yeah, I don't need anything else. Logitech is rebranded Mad Cats. I don't use that either. Someone got Windows XP running on an Intel 486. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's like their hardware is, and I don't know how it is now because I haven't bought anything from them in the last 5 years, but usually their hardware is fine. It's just the software is terrible. Yeah. I think people have always had problems with Logitech. Yeah. Well, maybe that's kind of like, since everybody had a Logitech thing, the majority of issues was basically Logitech because nobody really had anything else. You know, right now I'm just using Microsoft stuff. So like I have a Microsoft mouse, I have a Microsoft keyboard, and I'm just like, it's fine. It works. You know, because I'm not super gamer bro that I need like all these different variations to my mouse and stuff where I'm just like, dude, I need this and I need this. I need the DPI, blah, 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 blah. There's a button on it for it. I remember my sister got her first TV through them, and it had one of those weird screen settings that you couldn't turn off. What? Doesn't need to be the logic elements were the same as Pentium, is just slower. Oh, okay. Software-wise. Microsoft don't get enough credit for their peripherals. Dude, I have one of their mouse, what do you call it? Ergonomical mouse that they have. Oh my God, this thing's so great. It's so comfortable. Yeah. Dun, dun. Logitech had a problem with their micro switches for a few years, but my current mouse is doing fine. Cool. And now again, it's usually their hardware is great, software terrible. And I'm just like, oh my God, can't deal.
20 moons. Why was I werewolf during that, and why do I have the sudden urge to chase cars? How are you, PG?
Cars are fun, but what are you going to do once you catch one? The eternal question. Pure Paint, thank you.
Logitech hides the fact that they make Bluetooth speakers by calling the brand and company Ultimate Ears to avoid the bad press. Their speakers actually work pretty well, and the app isn't as bad software-wise as any of their other
electronics. I love how their speakers were the first to allow for multiple speaker connectivity. And I still don't use them. But I don't have that either. I feel like now I would have to look into everything Logitech owns merely because I am defiantly and obnoxiously anti-Logitech at this point. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with anything with Logitech. I hate them. You know? Because they just had this series of messing up everything I wanted to do with my computer, and I'm just like ripping it out, and I refuse to put anything in. I just will not. You made a bacon sticker. Can I eat it? A Logitech mouse survived a flood and it still works. Electronics are usually pretty good for persevering moistness, as long as you don't turn it on and let it dry out sufficiently. Wonder if Logitech's gamepads still offer value in the modern gaming landscape. Maybe for retro gamers. Kind of depends. Yeah. I've had their speakers for years and they still work. Just like I got them. Nice. Emergency bacon for decorating stuff. Oh, emergency bacon. I love Logitech mouse, but I still use the Steer Mouse app to make it do what I need? Hmm. Weird. It's all weird, man. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, isn't McDonald's trying to like roll out a $5 meal menu or something for a limited time because they realize everybody's poor? When is that happening? No, I'm saving my money. Controller that use the MIDI reports are less compatible with USB ones, but all have a place. Yeah, there's usually adapters, though. I hadn't heard that. What's in it? I have no idea what's in the $5 meal, so I'm just curious. Should probably just look it up. I mean, not that I'm going to eat there, but in case Dawn wants something. Boop. Well, here we go. Gotta love this headline. Allow ads continue without supporting. New York Post, you got enough money. McDonald's customers fume at skimpy $5 value deal. Only 1 month? No thanks. Skimpy. How skimpy are we talking? Are we talking coffee card skimpy? Do all the burgers have like bras or whatever? Like, what's the deal? What's happening? I don't even know. Let's find out. Boop, 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 boop. McDonald's customers fumed at the fast food chain for the skimpy offerings of its new $5 value meal, and the promotion will only last for just 1 month. The Chicago-based company will, it's Chicago, will roll out $5 combo meals on June 25th for either McDonald's or McChicken sandwiches that come with small fries, 4 pieces of chicken McNuggets, and a small soft drink. So you get a McDouble or a McChicken sandwich with nuggets, small fries, and a drink. I don't think that's bad. A kid's meal. Yeah, essentially. So, Mason Gunn, an X user. Oh, some person on X. Really? Okay, New York Post, here's the thing. Don't get quotes from Twitter, okay? $5 meal coming out for only 1 month? No thanks. You want to lure us in and hope we'll stay and want to pay your crazy high prices? Not a chance. That's what every place does. Even hotel rooms. They give you discounts, so you hopefully you come back if you have a nice time. Airlines do the same thing. Everybody does it. It's a standard business practice. Mason, you're not a genius that has uncovered the super sinister plot of big business. That is just what big business do. Another ex-user, Michelle Sanford, wrote, sadly, what McDonald's doesn't seem to get is that should be its everyday price, not a special. For $5? Do these people shop in grocery stores? You know what you can get for $5? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let alone a burger, small fries, nuggets, and a soft drink. Bro, are they serious? Thank you for visiting. By what? Continuing, you agree to our terms of service. No, I don't. I don't agree to that. Stanford accuses the company of making one of the least sold items because of how skimpy it is. Whatever, dude. All right, then don't eat there. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Big surprise. They go to Twitter to get opinions that are always going to be negative. You can get a candy bar for $5. It might be more nutritious than McDonald's, but you know. I hate how news outlets pretend what people say on X or Twitter matters. Yeah, there's been an illogical rash of people sourcing Twitter users, X users as viable litmus test for public opinion. Because here's the difference. There's a big difference between public opinion and Twitter opinion. Okay? It's huge. There's a big gap there. So they go there for the negative quotes.
Admittedly, businesses are pushing a lot more costs onto the customer than they used to since their CEOs make lots of money plus bonuses. Though McDonald's has the only unique situation of being both a restaurant and
Retail company, but most of their money comes more from rent than burger sales. Well, burgers should be free then, right? At a certain point, it's just like I'm just like, whatever. It's like, it's fast food. It's not good for you anyway. It should be cheap because you get what you pay for, kind of thing. But considering $5, now if you're getting the burger, nuggets, fries, and a drink for $5, that's basically $1.25 per item. If you think about it, you got 4 items in there. Each one's $1.25. Right? Not great. Not bad. It is what McDonald's used to cost, but isn't anybody going to address the fact that supply chain issues aren't an issue?
What restaurants still do not realize is that people are reconsidering going out to eat because of the cost. Quality and portion sizes are poor and people no longer are satisfied. Companies want us, then give us quality.
Then give us quality at reasonable prices. If not, eventually, what? Then eventually you'll choose. Close. You'll close. Yeah, that's essentially what it is, dude. I haven't gone to a restaurant since the whole pandemic thing started. And when I see what they offer, I'm just like, I'm not going here. I'm not paying $10, $15, $20 for any of this crap that I don't even want. I'll just go home and make my own food. Yeah. So, like at this point, instead of going to Taco Bell, I would rather just buy some frozen burritos and make them myself. I can't imagine Taco Bell's ingredients being any better than a frozen burrito. So I'm just like, and burgers, I'm not a big meat eater, so I generally don't care if burger places close down. Like again, Dawn went to a Five Guys place. She got bacon burger with fries and a drink, and it came out to like $27 and change for a single bacon burger with a large fries and a drink. I am glad I didn't order anything. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Admittedly, the fries were a massive amount of fries. So much so, I was picking at them, Dawn was picking at them, and we had leftovers.
I used to eat out a few times a week, now it's maybe 1 to 2 times per month. And usually it's pizza from a mom and pop place that still has good food and the prices are reasonable.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, last time we got a Sicilian slice, bro, not only to make the Sicilian slices smaller, they're a lot more expensive. Like, you used to get one slice of Sicilian, that thing was huge. It was like the size of your head, right? And it'd be like $4. Now it's like $7, half the size, and you have to buy 2 of them to make up what you would get for one. Yeah. I was going to do bulk burritos. Yeah, for $27, you could have made so much more. Yeah, I know, but we didn't literally think it would be that expensive. So it's like when you're out and you're like, all right, let's go get some food. All right, cool, whatever. And Dawn's ordering, and I'm looking at the prices, and I'm like, I'm not ordering anything. You get what you want. I literally just picked at fries. Because one, I generally don't like any of the food there. It's not bad, but it's just not to my palate. So I'm just like, the fries are good, But I'm just like, it's an astronomical amount of money, And I'm just like, forget this. And then people wonder why Red Lobsters are abruptly closing. What do you mean you don't want to pay $40 for a lobster tail? That's the size of your pinky. Come on, guys. We're Red Lobster. I got to hell. Yeah, so if you don't know Five Guys, it's Five Guys Burgers. If you look them up, they're basically everywhere. They do make decent burgers, but I'm like, and not for that price. Because for $27, you can get a bunch of potatoes, you can get a bunch of meat, and you can make all this stuff yourself. Yeah. A lot of it, too. People wonder why Costco hot dog combos and pizza slices have become so popular. Yeah, because it's like $1 for a hot dog. That's what people have is expendable income, $1. Yeah. I remember one of my first trips to McDonald's, my dad paid for the whole family food with a $10 and got change back. I missed the early 80s. Yeah, those days are long gone. The last time Dawn got McDonald's, it was fries, a Big Mac, and a soda and I got an iced coffee, and that came out to about $13. Which I was like, all right, that's almost reasonable. I got a huge coffee. Dawn got a huge drink. She also got a large fries and a Big Mac. Like $13. I'm like, that's doable, you know? Because if you were going to a diner, that would have been a lot more expensive.
As I work in an adjacent to manufacturing company that also deals with the supply chain, truck driving is still a big issue for the supply chain because they are still not willing to work with the truck drivers for better terms of their employment.
Considering they drive for crazy hours and terrible living conditions, as they have rules for eating and going to the bathroom, despite some routes having limited options for both. Yeah, that is crazy. Oh, Dragon Fang, thank you for the sub. Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How come that didn't come up? Did it come up? Did I miss it? I was reading the other words. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. If I could tell the fries and baskets world. Oh, man. I missed the churros that my local Costco used to have. Yeah. Here in Japan, our kitchen is way too small to make much. We usually just get things to heat up in the microwave or Uber Eat. It's too expensive, but we don't really have the facilities to do much. We did just buy an Instant Pot to try and stop eating out as much. Yeah, it is. It's crazy expensive everywhere. You know, to be able to micromanage everybody's budgets with fast food and all that other stuff. God, especially if you have a small kitchen, it's kind of like you can only store and cook so much. But the big cookies are almost a worthwhile replacement. Big cookies. They're screwing over truck drivers a lot. Eventually, and nobody wants to hear it, truck driving is going to end up being automated. As far as self-driving cars and stuff go, I feel like the whole trucking route is going to end up being that way. Because there's a lot of important human elements and things to consider with truck drivers that companies don't want to consider. So they're going to be like, you know what? Bathroom breaks. You know how we can get rid of that? Automated trucks. That's it. You know, before you know it, there's just going to be automated trucks all over the place. Until somebody hacks it and gets a whole delivery of Amazon goods shipped to a private warehouse and just sells them on the dark web. Dude, that'd be hilarious. Dude, that'd be some super cool, you know, crime heist, you know? Instant Pots are sick, man. Yeah. Do you remember when Hardee's had the 2 burgers, 2 fries, $2 meal? No, I never had a Hardee's around. But yeah, that's going to happen. If any vehicle is going to be automated first, it's going to be that. But I drove trucks for a hot minute. Pays pretty well, but it's a miserable job. Yeah, you got to kind of love the road and just kind of being by yourself and just kind of, you know, doing your thing. I spent $20 for a nice prime chuck roast. I slow cooked it all day yesterday and made tacos with it. Wow. I have enough leftovers for 3 more meals. Upfront cost is more, but getting 4 meals out of it evens out. Yeah, dude. I mean, even, all right, like hypothetically, rounded up with tax, $30, right? You break that down, all right? You're talking like, what, you getting 4 meals out of that? Dude, it's like $7 a meal. $7.25 technically. $7.25 a meal, all right? And you know what you're doing with that? That's cheaper than going out and eating anywhere. Plus, the quality of food is a lot better. So there you go. You mathed it. Beautiful. Did you get modded off? What happened? I don't know. Did you have Carl's Jr.? Yeah, but I don't think I ever went to one. The last bit message didn't pop up. Why? Manufacturers are prepping to replace more employees with robots as tech advances, more as they were still running on slightly over, the COVID word, there you go, levels of employment despite making profits. Oh, yeah, dude, well, yeah, I think it was COVID because a lot of people turned that into this whole political thing back in the day, and that term was still on the don't get into it thing because everybody made it political back in the day. Go. Sorry
I
about
live
that.
on the road and my per diem is $35 a day. To order one DoorDash meal is $40.
Wow.
That's for one meal and it's not really a meal. So I have to budget or not eat for the day. Especially
If I missed the hotel's terrible breakfast. Oh, come on. That intercontinental breakfast they used to put out at those hotels where it's like a little package of butter, some stale bagels and toast, and that jelly that's so nondescript you're not even sure if it's jelly or just some weird ectoplasm from the haunted hotel you're living in that somehow got messed up and put into a jar. Yeah. Dude, that was the first joke that came to mind when I went to a hotel and I'm like looking at this quote unquote intercontinental breakfast. I'm like, what continent? Because this is a disgrace. I mean, dude, where is this? On what continent does this constitute breakfast? You know, I'm thinking some third world country. It was crazy. Everything bagel ramen wasn't that bad. Everything bagel, you had that? All right, cool. The black sesame seeds do get caught in my damn teeth. Yeah, it'll happen. It's not the same to cheese as government cheese. That is rotten at times. I don't know, dude. Government cheese is pretty good when you got it fresh. Antarctica, yeah. The one time I used a delivery service app, I forgot what brand. It cost so much. Yeah, usually when you first sign up for one of those things, whether it's DoorDash or Uber Eats, they'll give you like a discount. So to like, oh, we'll waive the delivery fee for the first couple of, deliveries. And then you get used to it, like going back to that McDonald's person that was like, you're not going to hook us into that, And then the DoorDash thing is like, don't restaurants have to pay to be on DoorDash and Uber? And that's why they're passing the cost on to other people? Because I'm like, isn't that their problem? I shouldn't have to pay for them to be on a service. That's what the service fee is. That's ridiculous. Like, there's no way. Like, there's something that needs to be looked into. Restaurants shouldn't have to pay to be on that thing. They should just register that they're doing Uber Eats, because Uber Eats already gets their little...
DoorDash prices are higher than in-restaurant costs I've compared when I worked at one.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Because they're factoring in the cost and giving it to the customers because they got to be on DoorDash and Uber and nobody orders from them because everybody's too lazy to actually go to an independent place and ask them to deliver.
The restaurants that I have ordered from the past, I will call them directly. It's cheaper and they get all the cash.
Exactly. Because if Uber Eats and DoorDash get their cut, then it's like they got to raise the prices because they got to be on it, and then you got to pay the service fee. So basically, Uber Eats and DoorDash are these overpriced middlemen just taking money from both sides. And you could eliminate the middleman by just going to the place or calling the place and say, do you deliver? If they don't deliver and they're like, well, we do DoorDash. I'd be like, look, I want you guys to get the money. Can you just deliver it to me yourself? But that's the other thing. It's kind of like a lot of places that used to have delivery. They got rid of their delivery drivers because everybody just does, Uber Eats and DoorDash. And then they're wondering why they're paying $55 for a Big Mac and fries, And then everyone's complaining that they have no money. You have no money because all your extraneous income is going to service fees.
Franchises don't factor in a lot of costs that shouldn't be passed on because the people who franchise are beginner business people most of the time.
But that's their fault. Like, I shouldn't have to pay extra for anything because somebody didn't factor in a cost of something. Oh, well, we got to pass the cost on to you. Why? Isn't that what you're doing by charging me for food? Delivery driver's insurance is expensive for a restaurant. So then either way, everyone's kind of screwed. But then there'd be a delivery fee, Like, okay, fine, you got to have a delivery fee then for like $5 or something like that. I'd rather do that than like however much it gets charged. I never used Uber Eats or DoorDash because it's just like, I didn't, mathematically, I couldn't justify it, I was like, there's no way. I don't know if the food drivers eat your food while they wait in traffic. Some of them do. I've heard stories. I once had a whole order of McDonald's stolen from an Uber Eat driver, never using them again. Yeah, I don't know what their vetting service is for Uber drivers or DoorDashers. Some restaurants who are on DoorDash don't want to be anywhere near DoorDash. Why? It's crazy. I've had drivers throw my food at the front door before. Oof.
My pizza last night was already $30 for a medium. Delivery would have made that $50 I drove myself. called ahead and got it back home in 20 minutes.
Yeah, right. When it was still warm and not half eaten. So that's a win, right? God. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's so much like there's these weird little systems that have been put in place for the sake of convenience that are being passed on to people, and they're getting charged so much. Yeah. I want to learn to butcher and have my own meat. It is a lot of work doing your own butcher work stuff. But you know what? If you got a farm, there you go. You're set for life. It was half eaten before I got home, but that was me. Yeah, it's hard to not eat on the way home when your whole car smells of like really good food and you're like, oh my God. Kind of on people with phone technology too. I've had my sister order me stuff, and because the just from set to her home address, it didn't get delivered to the right place. There you go. That happens. That's what made Grubhub trash. Costs money for gas, labor, wear and tear on car, etc. Well, that is a thing. So it's like, I don't know if I could justify the cost of that, though. You know? It seems just kind of like, how much does somebody who does DoorDash or Uber Eats make, like per delivery? Because I think now finally Uber people finally got a hourly wage, at least in New York. So still minimum wage plus whatever, I guess, meals they can do during that hour. I got into arguments with my brother-in-law about tipping, and he keeps telling me I shouldn't have an opinion about it. Go.
I mean, the original version of this was tipping. When Prohibition stopped alcohol sales, restaurants were hurt so bad they told servers to get their pay from customers because the restaurant decided to not work around it.
There you go. And hold on, we got another thing. Let's see. Keep down, I shouldn't have an opinion about it since I've never worked a tipping job. Yeah. I don't know, dude, if you work on tips, then you're like, yeah, everybody should tip. If you don't, you're like, why am I tipping? It's kind of weird because it's like hit or miss there. I always do it pending service, but then I always leave a little something. A lot of people don't even tip anymore. Yeah, they've just gotten used to paying the bill on the thing, so now they got to work into gratuity within the bill itself. So whether you like it or not, you're paying a particular percentage based on what you ordered merely for gratuity, which should be kind of illegal, I think. Because usually tips are given based on performance, of the server. So like, if I got somebody who's right up on top of me, like filling up my coffee every 5 seconds, I'm like, whatever, boom. There you go, tip. If I got somebody where I'm like waving my hands while standing on the table and I'm like, bro, I'm out of coffee, water, please. I'm dehydrating over here, bro. And they're just like, yeah, I'll get to you in a second. And then they go out and have a cigarette. That's not somebody who's getting a big tip. Yeah. I've had that happen. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. And they literally go out and have a cigarette and they're talking to another waitress for like 25 minutes. I literally finished my meal before I got a refill of anything. I also remember driving into another part of Hampton Road to deliver a few times. Only to not get tips.
For delivery, it should always be you get tipped when you deliver. So it is based on your delivery service. I worked as a server for a year. Until this day, I would say it shouldn't be the customer's job to pay your salary. You have a job that doesn't pay well? Get another job.
This is true. I don't know, but that whole tipping thing became such a norm in like American society that restaurants always underpay their staff, and they're like, well, you're going to earn tips. This is what you're making plus tips. And it's kind of like it became this cultural staple that people just still adhere to for some reason. At a certain point, you'd be like, look, I need at least minimum wage plus tips. Yeah, a few times I had to go to the soda dispenser to get my own soda. Exactly, right? Oh, and they hate that. You go behind the counter and you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, well, dehydrating, first and foremost. And I've been waiting at the table for about 20 minutes.
In most of Europe, if you tip, it's an insult.
Yeah. Never do that in Italy. We didn't do that. The UK, we get a wage, then tip like a thank you for the service. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, America's all sorts of wonky when it comes to the workforce here. We're just like, yeah, you're going to get like $5 an hour, but, you know, you make it up in tips. Do I? Yeah. Do I? Tipping. Yeah, I got it. I believe tipping is what? Customary to people who work food service industry because a lot of people, aren't easy to deal with. Yeah, but if they're not easy to deal with, chances are they're not going to tip you. That's usually how it goes. The more obnoxious customers never leave a tip. The nice customers that are quiet and wait there like patiently for their food, their drinks, and everything else, those are the ones that end up tipping. Obnoxious usually is not very forthcoming with their cash, which is sad. So it's like you got to hope that somebody nice comes in and makes up for the plethora of old surly people who want more orange juice and don't realize there isn't any free refills on orange juice, throwing a tantrum and leaving 3 dimes on the table. Yeah. I can't be rude to people as food service employee. Yeah. But I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of rude people. You should tip if your entire time or transaction is less than 5 minutes. No, I don't think I would tip if I just walked into like a Starbucks, ordered a coffee and got it. Like if I say, yo, I just need a black coffee. And they walk over, pour it, and give it to me. And then they're looking at the tip jar. I'm like, bro, you literally poured something into a cup. I didn't even ask for sugar. You had one movement. I feel like I should tip based on movement. The more movements they do, the more I'll tip them. But if they're just doing anything under 3 movements, I don't think there needs to be a tip.
I work a charter flight job. My contract says I have to fly. When I get up, I have done jobs that aren't in my description. One flight on Thanksgiving, I stood for the entire 3-hour flight. The only
time I sat was to land and take
This is why
off.
they should just be paid a standard wage because it removes the competition of the servers between each other. Despite them sharing their tips for solidarity, it still definitely exists. That way being a server becomes a standard experience.
1 second, I got to finish the other one. The only time I sat with during the takeoff and the nurse could have helped, but was being a problem for me. They didn't tip, but they complained to my company about the service not being fast. It was part of my work description, or was I hired for? Wow.
You have helped me through a lot of BS with your content. This is the least I can do.
Thank you. I appreciate. And I'm glad stuff that we do helps you through a lot of BS, because BS sucks. Nobody likes BS. Thank you. I'm glad we could help. And thank you for helping. Wait, I'm catching up. Hold on.
I was arguing with my dad. He then said, "That's why I owe Mama lol."
I guess. Thank you. Hold on. It definitely exists, but the way the server becomes a standard experience as the performance doesn't become necessary or a burden of the server, but just standard work practice. Is there such a thing as standard work practice anymore? Like, that would be nice. Oh, God. Thank you. All right, now, coffee, because I've been running at the mouth for like 3 hours here. Tip should be done away with, not because I don't want a tip, but because the business take advantage of it, have an excuse to pay less and pocket more. I would agree with that. I feel like every server should be paid a fair wage for what they do. Get rid of tips, and if there are tips by anybody, it goes directly to the server who's doing the serving. You know? Just get rid of it. Like, literally, you would probably be the most loved restaurant if you said tipping not required. You know how many old people you get in there? People would love it. You know? People on budgets, they would love it. Oh, I'm going to the whatever, Bob's Diner there because they don't require tipping. You know, when you go there and you get like yourself some pancakes and a waffle and 7 eggs and bacon and you know, the 7 different orange juice and the marmalade jellies, and then they expect you to tip. I hate that. I'm going there. They don't expect it. Why are you you're like 100 years old. Why are you eating all that? Well, I like it. Yeah, but none of it's good for you. I'm going to die anyway, so might as well be happy. All right, I can't argue with that logic. Enjoy your marmalade bacon. Coffee, go. Actually, a few restaurants increased prices by like $1, but ended tipping and found that they made more money that way. Yeah. Tipping is kind of intimidating at certain times. Puts a lot of pressure on you. Did you want to see that last card, chat? Blame AI. I didn't do it. Why is she so big? That's insane. All right. I feel like if we made it a poster, it would probably be the top selling thing in any one of our stores. Ugh. The brokers that have signed me and my plan, they will tell the customer that they can add a tip directly to the bill. I will not see a penny of it. The customer told me they tipped us directly with the broker. I told them I won't see it, and they keep it. Wow, that's weird. Why would the broker keep the money? That doesn't make any sense. They're not doing anything. It's a broker. Maybe the word broke means that's what they're trying to do to you. We're brokering it. We're taking all your money, so you're broke. It's in our name. Isn't a surprise. Rubenesque Pauline. Saw a picture of a girl that painted her pumpkins like pumpkins. Yeah, they do that. I find it offensive, but, you know, people don't care what the pumpkins think yet. Next Sunday will be a big day in global auto racing as the Monaco Grand Prix, Formula One, the Indianapolis 500 IndyCar, and the Coca-Cola 600 NASCAR will happen on the same day. I don't know if America can handle that much cars going in circles. Like, I feel like they're all going to be dizzy by the end of the day. That's a lot. That's a lot of going around in a circle. That's, let's see. How long is the Grand Prix? So you got 500 and then you got a 600. So that's 1,100 plus the Grand Prix. I don't know. I don't know if my eyes can turn around that many times. Another left turn. Got another left turn. No. Boop. Another left turn. Keep making left turns. I'm closing some tabs here, chat. Give me a sec. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Did they ever bring this back? Did they ever bring back Pepsi Windex? Is that a thing? It's blue. It's blue. Did this taste any different, or was it just blue? It never stopped in Asia? Really? They kept it going over there. Those crazy folks on the other side of the planet saying, you know what? I want to drink blue. I never saw this one back in my day. Yeah, I actually never saw it locally. I never saw blue Pepsi. Like, it's kind of weird. I remember the clear one they tried to do. And I was just like, what the hell is this? Why is it clear? It was in the 90s, then it brought back in the US for a special about 2 to 3 years ago. Really? Go.
I clicked the video and I see a time capsule now.
Time capsule. Time capsules are cool. What? It's a little box of, remember? Blue is a nice color to drink. It also has the best snacks. Yeah, there's some cool snacks. We've gotten those little, what do you call it? Asian snack boxes. There's all these like weird, cool things in there. Oh, they had these really cool cheese crunchy things. I was like, oh, these are so good. The redo of clear Pepsi they did wasn't half bad, but it wasn't good enough to keep around. What does blue raspberry taste like? Blue. Are they? Kind of weird. Oop. Give me a second. Weird. All right. Foreign snack boxes are blind buys I only regret occasionally. Yeah, every once in a while there's this inordinate fascination with fish. I don't like the taste of fish in just any shape or form. It's got to be like different. It's got to be like not fishy fish. And anytime I get a snack that tastes like fish, I'm like, this is weird. 50% less sugar. Oh my God. How much sugar was in there to begin with? Tasted the same as regular, really. Crystal Pepsi and clear Coke was 50% less sugar and tastes the same. So why do they put so much sugar in there? I feel like we don't need that much sugar in our stuff. Bring back the blue soda. And we're going to have Blue Man Group be part of the commercial. Yeah, why don't they do that? That seems like a really good idea. Right? There's got to be some Pepsi executive watching this right now and be like, that's a good idea. Let's get the Blue Man Group and bring back Blue Pepsi. What are they doing anyway? They're in Vegas. We'll sell it exclusively during their shows. You know, or whatever Pepsi do. There's a customer with a floofy rabbit in Starbucks. Why? Is that allowed? You can't have rodents in Starbucks. That's unsanitary. You don't need that much sugar. They did that much to make sugar the addictive element. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of too much sugar. You know, because I've been slowly cutting it out over the last couple of years. Same thing with salt. And now when I have something with too much salt or too much sugar, I find it ungodly sweet or salty, and I don't bother eating it. Cod and haddock are good fish. Wasn't that the name of an anime? Captain Haddock? Dang high fructose corn syrup. Yep. After having very fresh fish, I can no longer eat it any other way. The smell is just revolting. Ugh. Apparently Japan has lots of flowery Pepsis and bamboo Pepsi. What the hell does bamboo taste like? Don't tell me to ask a panda. That doesn't work. Captain Harlock. Oh, okay. I knew I was close though, right? I knew it was some kind of anime. It wasn't Captain Haddock, but, you know, I don't know, the Captain Fish guy. That would make more sense. Captain Haddock, you know, it's got to deal with the seas and you know, fish. I like Captain Haddock better, right? I don't know. What, did I have like cherry blossom Pepsi? Is that a thing? People can cook bamboo shoots, but I don't know what they taste like. I miss your ghost pet. I know it's what? No, he's there. He's floating around. Oh, that one. Oh, the little one over there. Yeah, no, it wasn't Tangia. What the hell was it called? Yeah, they had an issue where it ended up, like, some person ended up hacking the weird little virtual pets that people had on there, and then it was just like, it ended up becoming an information issue. They patched it and fixed it, and then I never went back to it. If it happened once, it's going to happen again. What's worth for tipping is the government taxes it too. Oh, yeah. So they get even less. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I don't feel like people should be taxed on tipping because it's like a gift. You know, because if you have a family member that gives you a gift, you're not taxed on that, you know. But I guess since it's in the service sector, it must be considered wages. Even though the money was earned by the person who worked for it, they should be allowed to tip without. Yeah. Like if I was getting tipped in cash, there's no way I'm putting that down. Dude, if I was working at like $5, yo, dude, I need that $5. It's income by the government's logic. But that's the thing. If you have a family member who gives you, and I think there's a certain percentage, because I remember somebody saying that if you gift somebody money within your family, they don't have to pay taxes on it under a certain amount. And I forget what that was. So it's like, no, it's like in the thousands or something like that. I don't know who's been giving people in their family thousands, but there you go. I think that's the only time it works. Dude, bonuses shouldn't be taxed either, but every time I got one, I would do, yeah, it would nearly be halved. Yep. Up to 13,000. My God, you imagine getting $13,000 in gifts? Here you go. I just figured you could use this. Wait, what? Dude, that's like half my pay for the year. That's usually the situation in Europe. Tipping is done cash and gets pocketed by the person, or the tips get collected and shared at the end of the workday. See, that seems more logical, but then I feel like the people who are excelling are kind of having to share with everybody else who is not. And as a person who tries to excel, I feel like I would be taken advantage of because I'd be, waiting on like 8 tables, and then it'd be this one slack off waiter who's just like, yeah, whatever. And they work with one person and get like a nickel tip. But meanwhile, they made like $50 in tips that day. Yeah. If you're making that much money, then what's even the point of gifting cash at that point? Yeah, I guess. That's usually the situation in Europe. Tipping is done. Oh, I literally just read that and I'm reading it again. All right, let's coffee time. Oh, man, we got an ad break coming up, too. Come on. We just did that. We just doing ads. Oh, but Amazon. Oh, wow, look at that. It's got pumpkins on it, and not the weird kind. You found someone selling an empty Pepsi blue bottle for $8. Why would anybody do that? Hey, this one's nice. It's got like a retro anime thing, so it looks like it's from the early 90s, 80s. Because eBay. Yeah, we're just going to put this empty bottle up there on eBay for $8 because, sure. Why would you do that? But there's somebody, people are like, you know what? That's what my Pepsi collection needed. An empty Pepsi blue bottle. God. Oh my God, dude, this old ice cream stuff, it's telling me, chat. I need ice cream. Apparently, they had real Ghostbusters Slimer popsicle. Bro, I didn't know they had these. Is this real?
Bonuses get taxed to de-incentivize companies to do criminal money laundering through it and be able to monitor such expenses for fraud.
Still doesn't make it okay. Here's the thing. Bonuses like that, you just give them to employees. If those employees are making over a certain amount, then you can tax it accordingly. But if you're giving it to somebody who's making $20K a year, just leave them alone. I got one of those ice cream truck before. The flavor was lemon. But that was a real thing because I've never seen these before. Could have sworn I saw an ice cream truck a few years ago with those. Really? Did they bring them back for like the re-release of the movie or whatever? At least the sticker on the truck. Dude, if it still had a sticker on the truck, that's an old truck. Yes, it was real. It was real. Dude, we got to get ice cream. Yeah, sometimes I'm very susceptible to advertising. Like if I see 2 or more things about ice cream, I'm going to be like, I want ice cream. I want ice cream, chat. Boop, boop, boop. Weird. What is that? Eh. All right, somebody's gonna laugh at me for this, but I've never played this. Dude, Mega Man's Legends? I had no idea they actually made a 3D Mega Man game. Dude, that's crazy.
When I was a mortgage underwriter reviewing income, I saw the wide range of incomes. The most disgusting was someone whose salary was over $1 million and received a bonus of $800,000.
That's insane. Dude, if that's basically you're doubling, how do you get a bonus for that? That's insane. That's more money than I've made my entire life. Dude, are you kidding me? 800.
I've told you about this. It's my favorite Mega Man.
I've never played it. I didn't realize it was 3D. I'm used to Mega Man being 2D side scroller. I didn't know there was 3D. You know? Oh God, does the disc cost like a lot of money? Is it like super expensive, or do they make so many that it doesn't matter? It took a lot for there to be a 3D Mega Man game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of, like, usually I'm just used to the 2D side scroller kind of thing. The gameplay of Mega Man Legend reminds me of Ratchet and Clank. Well, I mean, all the games were very similar back then because it's just like run around, shoot, pew pew. Yeah. Disc costs a lot, but you can get it in PSN. Oh, PlayStation Network has it. Cool. Trombone is better. It fixed the 3D Mega Man's issues. Ooh, there you go. Yep. Leave it to modders to fix it. It's the Bethesda approach. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. There used to be an ice cream truck that went by my neighborhood on a weekly basis. There used to be an ice cream truck locally, but it just kind of stopped one year and just never came back. Oh.
It's the only 3D series. I'm so mad they haven't tried to make another one. This is the series I also fought hard to get the third one released, but sadly Capcom hates us.
Capcom hates everybody. Capcom hates money. That's the thing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm curious about this, honestly. Because I generally don't know a lot about it. So bunch of cheered, Luna Panda. Thank you. Thank you for the cheers. But dude, you had explodable buildings and stuff. Look at that. Boom. That's crazy. I like that. I don't know, man. I don't, dude. If it's on PlayStation Network, might as well just do that, right? I'm skipping through things. Give me a second. Again with the ice cream. Bubblegum bar. I guess it tasted like bubblegum.
It's truly super fun, and you had cool right arm attachment weapons like a beam sword and missile launcher. And the story was actually really good.
And it's going to be one of those things lost to time. But it is on PlayStation Network. Can't PlayStation Network just put all their stuff on Steam and make my life a lot easier? I'm just saying. But I don't want to have to sign into a PlayStation account because it'll make me angry and then I'll have to outrage on the internet. Thank you, Cole. Cole Randomness. Thank you. I appreciate for the 100 bits. Yay for ice cream. I'm getting ice cream today. If not today, then tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then sometime this week. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be eating ice cream. I'm going to have to go to the dentist, chat. I'm going to have to go to the dentist. Sony has stopped with the PlayStation exclusive games. Has they? Are you sure? I feel like they didn't. Because I feel like a lot of games are going to end up... I mean, they will eventually end up on on PC, but initially they're going to be timed exclusives. You mean Squeenix? Squeenix, bro! Was it Squeenix or PlayStation or Sony? Somebody let me know. Yep.
I could help you with an emulator to make it look even better than what PlayStation would release on Steam. It's also not hard to get it to work with modern controllers too.
Now that stuff we can figure out. We're pretty tech savvy. You know, we've just installed a now we have the RetroArch emulator, and we were able to boot up whatever stuff. Plus, we know how to patch things. We're pretty good. What? There's always a video. Even if I can't figure something out, there's always a video. There's always somebody on YouTube who's like, "Hey, you want to get this Monster High game to look super awesome high def? Well, here's what you do." I guarantee you there's somebody out there. Because there was a Monster High game. It was on Steam. I'm sure there's like Nexus mods for it. Not only can you make it look super ultra 4K and 60 frames a second, you can also make all the characters naked because internet. Oh, God. I mean, Capcom do love money. That's why they be putting DLCs at Steam store page. Yeah. RetroArch, best PS1 emulator. Dude, I tossed in a disc, a physical disc, and it just booted it up like it was nothing. I was like, oh my God. Dude, it was Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for PlayStation. I just popped the disc in there and I was just like, yep, let's go. You want to start playing right now? I'm like, are you kidding me? Squeenix sounds like a tiny box of Kleenex. It's Squeenix. You ever wanted pocket-sized tissues? You got a Squeenix. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to allow more games to be cross-platform. Plus, it kind of helps that Xbox. How is Xbox dead? Xbox is literally everywhere. Where are you getting your information from? I don't know. They're still around. They literally own just about everything right now. Problem with PlayStation Network login for Helldivers 2 is that the game was being sold to countries that PlayStation Network wasn't available, rendering those customers' games unplayable. Well, that should have been patched out, but other than that, caveat, I don't really feel like there's a big issue with doing a login to a PlayStation Network to play a PlayStation games, because you know what? You got to do it with Ghost of Tsushima. So, I mean, it's like, inevitably, they're going to get you to get in there some way, you know? And I get it. I hate having to log into third-party things, and there are games that I flat out said, nope, not doing it. But, you know, then it's like, I don't play the game. Whatever. Yeah. But for the Helldivers and for those places where it wasn't available to require that, then that's stupid. You know, but if you got Ghost of Tsushima and it's not being sold in places where they can't make a PlayStation Network account, then it's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, PS1 copy protected is easily defeated. Yeah, super easy. It's sort of dead. They bought a lot of companies, but haven't made profits from any of them. Well, you got to give them time. They literally just bought a bunch of companies. If you put out $1 billion, it's going to take a little bit to get that back. Yeah. I feel like Xbox is going to be around for a long haul because they have a better synergy with PC porting than basically any other place. Nintendo's never going to do it. And PlayStation is kind of doing it. But, I mean, you know, there's only so many titles. You know, and as Xbox builds their library to gross amounts of, dare I say, monopolistic portfolios of game titles, it's just going to be like, they're going to be raking money in just hand over fist everywhere. Whether it's PC, Game Pass, Steam sales, whatever, it's just like, yep, there you go. Microsoft. Now they got a ton of games. Dude. Helldivers PSN requirements was patched in. Oh, God, for the last time. No, because I hate when there's like info out there that isn't working properly. Okay, Helldivers 2 to PlayStation Network, and we actually did research on this. It was supposed to be in there and was in there from the beginning. Basically what happens when the game was launched in like beta, things weren't working properly. They basically stopped the requirement temporarily until things got fixed so everybody could enjoy the beta thing and they could do the beta testing and all that other stuff. Then they put it back in. It was there from the initial release. It was basically paused for a short duration, and then they implemented it again, and that's what got everybody ticked off. So it was there literally from the launch page from like months and months and months ago. It was like, yeah, PlayStation Network's going to be required. At that point, they shouldn't have sold it to countries where they couldn't make one. So that was stupid on their part. But generally, it was there from the beginning. They had to take it out because it wasn't working, and then they had to put it back in. But it was there from launch. You know, a lot of people are just like, nope, they patch it back in to screw everybody. And that's not the case. It was just bad planning on Sony's part to require it in countries where it just doesn't exist. And that's what I don't understand. Why the hell does this ability to not make a PlayStation Network account, like, not exist in other countries? Like, what's going on in, like, Bulgaria where they're like, nope, you can't have a PlayStation Network account. Wait, why? Why does this even make sense? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Bethesda and the studio that made Redfall and the other game, I forgot, came out in the last 2 years, were all commercial failures. Actually, failures, not Square Enix failures, and cost them a lot of money. That's why they closed some studios. Yeah, you're not going to keep studios open and making garbage. Even though, what was it? What was the name of the studio? I don't want to say Arkham, but something with an A. Wasn't Asylum. Whoever made Redfall. They also made Dishonored. I can't forget. I can't remember. Ghost of Tsushima will only require PlayStation Network for multiplayer, from what I heard. Arcane, thank you. want to say Arkham. Yeah, so Arcane Studio got closed down. And they made some good games. And it's just like, whatever happened with Redfall, God, everybody dropped the ball on that. Dude, when that came out, I was like, what is this?
I'm pretty sure it's due to certain laws in the countries about electronic payment systems.
Yeah, I mean, it is 2024, though. That's what I'm saying. Can like, somebody, like, fix that? You know, or at the very least, allow people to sell gift cards so they can at least get gift cards that get a freaking... It's so stupid. Hi-Fi Rush was not a failure in comparison to Final Fantasy. Comparison to Final Fantasy? What, it did better than Final Fantasy? There's no way Hi-Fi Rush did better than Final Fantasy. You mean the remake? Did it? God, I find that mind-boggling. But I don't know. Everything, the PlayStation Network thing, it's going to be, is what it is. Helldivers thing, they patched it out anyway, so don't require anything. But other games moving forward are definitely going to require it because PlayStation wants those numbers to make it look like their consoles aren't failing miserably. You know? Dude, they sold more PlayStation 4s than PlayStation 5s. Like, I think last year. I was just like, wait, what? Go.
At Asha_Darkthorn, they weren't failures, they were just exclusives. If they were sold multi-platform, it would have been very profitable since most people are waiting for Steam releases and Xbox.
That's usually, this is why the concept of exclusives is an utter stupid idea. You're essentially limiting your purchase base, you know? It's like your consumer base is basically gate-walled to whatever platform they have. And if it's one of the numerous platforms that are out there, you're like, okay. So hypothetically, let's say there's 4 major platforms, right? You got Sony, Nintendo, PC, Xbox, right? And then you have an exclusive for one of those platforms. And even mobile, if you want to throw mobile in there. So you're basically targeting 1/4 or 1/5 of your potential consumer base. So if you release everything on every platform, then basically, you know, you're 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 if you're including mobile. So it seems just really dumb to have exclusives in this day and age. You know, you're not going to sell millions and millions and millions of copies on one console. You have to do that over multiple platforms. And then at that point, you basically do away with hardware. And Xbox can survive not having hardware because they'll just do Game Pass and everyone else will use a PC. PlayStation, I don't know what the hell they're going to do because they thrive on their hardware, as does Nintendo. But Nintendo has enough first-party IPs to survive, you know, not needing hardware. You know what I'm saying? Because people would forego getting a PlayStation, but they'll still buy the next Switch or whatever it is. People will forego getting another Xbox if they have a PC. If all the games are going to end up on PC anyway, those two companies don't need to be existing as far as consoles go. So it's just the question is, do a lot of people have the money to get a high-end PC to play all these games? Probably not. So those consoles are still going to be around merely because nobody has the money to get a good PC. So whether it's, and Nintendo's their own world. Like, I mean, they literally came out with cardboard and people bought it. So they're in a weird world, but Sony and, you know, Microsoft's Xbox, it's like they're the affordable consoles to play new stuff. And that's just going to wait the way it's going to be until PCs become more accessible for everybody. So I got my cardboard for free. Yeah. Nintendo's the only brand that can still get away with console exclusives. Yeah. Because, I mean, dude, gaming has just gotten so huge over the last couple of years that the concept of having games stuck on a console that isn't mobile it seems very archaic. Like, oh, here we go, an exclusive. That even happens with PC gaming. Like when certain games come out on Epic before they hit Steam, most people are on Steam because, you know, they had a very early stake in digital gaming because they came out like decades ago. So they already established their land. They got all the real estate. They got their fan base. It's a reoccurring thing. People generally go to Steam, whether it's for the sales, they're just comfortable with it, whatever. So Epic comes along and they're like, oh, here's a bunch of free games. Here's this, here's that. And they can't do crap. The only thing they got going for them on a PC is like Fortnite, you know? But that's only going to take them so far. So, dude, it's just like people go to Steam generally, unless they're, pirating stuff, but, or GOG for old games. I don't know. It's just, again, PC gaming isn't super accessible to everybody. It's super difficult, super expensive, and it shouldn't be. But I don't know what it is, though. The concept of consoles is going to be ridiculously laughable. Like, people are like, oh, did you have to have a separate console to play games? Stupid. Steam actually does take care of its people. Yeah, they're pretty good. Why didn't I read that? Oh, again with the Cove. Even though PS5 is selling well now, it doesn't mean it's adopted as previous consoles that weren't affected by scalpers of COVID. Yeah, you also have scalpers and stuff like that too. Dude, after a while, you're just like, you get fed up. That's what happened with us in a PlayStation 5. We were like, dude, we want to get a PlayStation 5. And it was like scalper. We never even had access to it. And by the time one came around, we didn't care. We're just like, yeah, whatever. I'll wait for the next one. Like, I generally don't care. And besides, there isn't anything on either the Xbox or the PlayStation I'm really stoked about playing. People were like, oh, but this game's really good and that game's really good. And I'm like, it's not my genre. But then I'm in a goofy mindset right now, so I just want to play goofy stuff. So, repost. What? They closed down Arcane Texas, but not Arcane Lion, the developer of upcoming Blade from Marvel Comics. Oh, there you go. Oh, God. Okay, but here's the thing. If Arcane Studios can't handle Redfall, a game about vampires, are they really going to be able to handle a game about vampires with Blade in it? I feel like that's not going in the right direction from the get-go. Might be different studios, but that sometimes that brand name is indelible. There hasn't been any games I want to get for PS5 for. Yeah, I had a mild interest in Stellar Blade, but I can only run around a place that's very near Automata-esque or Bayonetta-esque and search for cool clothes, I mean, that's essentially what it is. Fight monsters, get underwear, What am I going to do with that? For that, I'll just mod Near Automata, More coffee, go. Oh, God. Let's see. Honestly, I'm in the market for a PS5 now. Honestly, there's only 3 games. Even now that justify my purchase. I'm waiting for the supposed PS5 Pro due out later this year. From what I've heard, the next PS5 won't have a disk drive. You'd have to buy a separate one. Didn't we just see this one? Get out of here. You'd have to buy a separate external disk drive from what I've heard. I don't know if that's been confirmed. So if you do have a healthy physical collection of stuff, you may want to get an older version or just deal with the external drive. Moving forward, any console that has backwards compatibility should have an external drive. And I've thrown this out numerous times. Xbox should just have a PC emulator that is official, that you can just buy a disk drive for. Comes with all the software. You install it. You have a PC. It'll play all the Xbox games if you have physical. That would be awesome. Same thing with PlayStation. Like if PlayStation came out with an official PlayStation emulator for all their consoles, but it was tied into an external drive, you'd buy it.
It has both with and without. The without just is missing that part that attaches you can buy separately is all.
Okay, cool. With and without. I actually kind of like the concept of a separate one in case it breaks. That I'm like, cool, gotta get a separate one. But then you get one with? I don't know. That'll never happen. Yeah, but it's a logical, good idea. Because then here's what happens. It encourages physical collection of discs, right? You don't have to worry about people emulating your stuff improperly. You can still tie it with your Microsoft or PlayStation account. And you can still play a bunch of games on your PC that has better specs than both consoles. So I feel like that would be more beneficial to every gamer on the planet. It's just business-wise, I don't think people want to do that. What are you going to do? The best ideas. But I mean, like the Xbox already has like a a 360 emulator built into it. Because if you put in an old disc, you know, I've said this before, but, you know, the 360 emulator basically boots up. So, and it's got all your crap in there. Go.
It's the same detachable version, so if it breaks you can easily replace it. Though expensive, it's a good practice to keep repair costs down.
Yeah. Good thing. That would be good. I feel like everything should have an external drive at this point. Something that's replaceable. Just make life easier. I want 3D printers advanced enough to make functional Blu-ray discs. That's a Blu-ray burner. That's a BDR. They make those already. They exist. You just got to find the files and get an ISO and toss it onto your Blu-ray. I know what you mean. Look it up, thing. It's not the disc part that's the issue. It's the laser etching on the disc to make it writable. Oh, you just burn that in there. You got a Sharpie marker, you just write it in there. It'll work. No, it won't. 3D printers can make records. I feel like that's a really... That's the extreme lengths to go to bootleg a song. Like, I feel like... Do you imagine? Like, bro... Dude, I need a new AFI album on vinyl, but I can't find it anywhere. Dude, you can 3D print it. What, are you kidding me? Yeah, just 3D print out the vinyl and you can play it. Oh my God. It'll take 5 hours, but, you know. Oh God. Boop, 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 boop. So, records make sense since it's just grooves that transfer vibration sounds, audible music, so it's not actually digital data. True, but what does it sound like? What does it sound like? And how often do you have to, you know, change your record player's needle? Have needles gotten better? I have an old record player, so it's like kind of, I don't even think I can find needles for it. CD, DVDs, BVDs are all about layers in between the discs. Yep. Xbox needs to get on a concept of external disk drives because discs they use seem to be notorious for failure. The discs or the disk drives? What if 3D printers get used to make vinyl records, but specifically copying collectible versions, complete with original scratches and everything? That'd be crazy. What would be cool is for like indie musicians to just have a program, take, you know, a music file, be able to etch it on a record, and then you just print those out. Like that would be super beneficial for like indie musicians who want to have collectible stuff at their shows. You're like, dude, it's the 3D etched single for whatever. Could do a copy it to a wax cylinder. Dude, we're trying to move into the future. I don't want to be sitting there with wax cylinders, you know, trying to distribute my music, you know? Last I read, the 3D printed record sounded equivalent to a high bitrate MP3. I don't know if it ain't got any better. Yeah, I can't imagine going through that trouble for a record that sounds like an MP3. I feel like we're going backwards there. AI is going to take over music. Yeah, dude, I've played with some AI making music things, and I'm just like, yeah. People aren't going to want to go through the trouble of making songs in the future. They'll be like, no, I'll just have this robot make it for me. Write me a song about how much I love, you know, angel food cake, and then talk about this really cool, and then do a song about angel food cake, and then the Berserker anime. But make it sound like an opening theme done by Metallica. I guarantee you it'll happen, and it'll just be whipped up, and it'll sound decent. I have a music collection. Go check out my wax cylinders in the refrigerator. Trying to go into the future, but people are just going back to cassette tapes and records. Yeah, there is a nostalgic quality about it. I feel like the future is not going to have much of a nostalgic quality. Because I feel like as media is, and, you know, our pop culture, like I've said, it's fractured and crazy. but everything's very free floating. There's nothing anchored into it. So like when physical items come along, they're kind of like these tiny little anchors that are like, yep, this is real. You know, it can only go so far, you know. But everything else, it's so free floating that it's like, yeah, everything's in the cloud, whatever, you know, I'm perpetually renting everything I like, and there you go. It's weird. Would it be possible for AI to commit plagiarism in the creative arts? I feel like it does that already, but waiting for brain implants to generate background music to your life. You imagine? I'd like a cool soundtrack when I'm walking down the street with a like boom, 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 boom. Walking down the street. Yeah, something happy. A little ominous. Or if I'm looking for really ripe avocados, I can have accompanying spy music.
Records aren't better quality, it just has less processing it has to go through by a digital process to come out of a speaker. Digital music FLAC files are actually better quality, but most people just don't have good speakers or codec.
Players to get the whole soundscape that a record player doesn't have to emulate. Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of like, what do you do with that? Anything can sound great if you have the money for it, but most people are like, I got a record player and this, so I'll just put it together. Yeah. But FLAC is really good. I got a couple of albums from like those super high res 24-bit fill in a blank things that are just, my God, dude, listening to like Michael Jackson's Thriller album and FLAC uncompressed 24-bit mastering is insane. I'm just like, oh my God, this album sounds so good. Yeah, I'll skip the vinyl for that, you know. But, and that's just on a generic computer, so. Hold up, you're saying what they used to actually own stuff, right? People are lazy and impatient, so print to order at the store is not going to work. Well, yeah, you'd have to do it online and then hope it's done by the time you get there. You know? Or they'll ship it out to you. I've looked at soundbars for TVs, and good ones are really pricey. Yeah, everything is. Even bad ones are really pricey. Bump, bump, bump. Now I'm in the mood for pizza. They don't do these commercials anymore. It wasn't this whole thing about, like, it was a Pizza Hut thing, right? Pizza Hut show or something? Like, they were literally trying to murder this slice of pizza all the time. It seems weird, but that's just how it was back then. That's how they rolled. They anthropomorphized pizza and then tried to murder it. Good times. Pizza, dude. That's why I love nostalgic Reddit. I'm like, oh God, yeah, I used to see these commercials during like cartoons or whatever. Yeah, it was like Mr. Bill in pizza form. Oh no. Mr. Bill with cheese. That's pretty good. It's Mr. Bill with cheese, dude. Do. Mm.
Tidal has reduced their prices to $10 and is the best way to get truly high-quality streaming and downloading music without having to have a crazy speaker system. You can tell the difference even on lower quality headphones because they
allow stereo sound unlike some players. Even Spotify has issues with stereo surround for some songs. Yeah, there was an album that was supposed to have 5.1 surround whatever on Spotify. It's not 5 point anything. It's basically just stereo. Yeah, Spotify is okay. Like Spotify is your mid. That's like your mid streaming service. You know, it's good. It's got everything, and the quality is gonna be only so great. You know, I think the best they could do is like 320 bit rate. You know, unless they have a lossless feature by now. But you know, Tidal's a little bit more high end, and then everything else is YouTube. YouTube is basically if you want to listen to music and you don't care about sound quality. God, they compress the hell out of those videos. They're going to continue Squirrels and Robots. I don't know, whenever. I don't know. And Tidal pays musicians way better than Spotify does. You mean they get more than a half a cent per play? That's insane. God. Fancy musicians making all that money. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it, but right now we've been overworking ourselves, plus this clown back here had to go through some kind of weird surgery, which they're still recovering from. Good job. They always underestimate your ability to heal from surgery. They always lowball it. Yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks. 6 months later. Does anyone sell lossless audio anymore? Like, I think there's a website called like HD Tracks. It's like one of the few places. Anything Spotify has over its podcast, I'm sure, but I'm sure they're working on it. Well, I mean, do you really need most of the podcasts out there? You don't really need in lossless quality anyway. So it's like, I generally don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I'd rather listen to music than have people talking at me, you know? I don't know what it is. I generally don't have a lot of interest in podcasts. Because if there's any information on if there's like horror movie podcast or anime podcast, I generally like to look up stuff myself and discover things myself rather than kind of be talked at or whatever. And usually hanging out here twice a week is usually good. I get a lot of information from you guys. So you guys are my podcast, only in text form. I'd rather just not use Spotify at all. Yeah, they got some deep cuts on there though. Some weird crap I've never heard of. Still need to finish catching up on what locked and probably loaded. Yeah. Boom. Face grease. Garez.
How does it go, Pumpkin Spice?
Doing all right. What's up? Spooky. How you doing? Doing all right? I'm doing all right. But I need some water. A little dehydrated. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Chat. Is this an actual restaurant? Because I feel like this is where everybody's going to be eating soon. Po Folks. Was this an actual restaurant? Po Folks Restaurant. Drink served in glass jars. Fried pickles. Fried pickles? Going after Sunday Mass slogan. We may be po, but we proud. I love this place. I love this place already. Dude, Po Folks? Used to be they had great shakes in mason jars. Yo, there needs to be a resurgence in Po Folks. Well, it would be better if we didn't have any Po Folks to begin with, but considering everybody's on a budget, this would be the best place to be eating right now. Doing all right, just getting back from comic book convention. Oh, my daughter was Mick Foley from WWE, and I was Kevin Owens. Nice. There you go. Cool, man. I never get to go to conventions anymore. I'd eat there unless the poor, the menus for the rich. Yeah, that is. I don't think it's like a Soylent Green kind of thing. Here at Po Folks, we serve the poest of folks. That's right. Are the homeless bothering you? Not anymore, because they're today's special. Wait, what? I've never been to one. Never heard of them. Yes, I used to eat there. They had wonderful fried catfish. Wow. Dude, see, they existed. I like their building, too. It literally looks like somebody's home with a little porch on it and everything. That's kind of cool. What does that say? 16-piece chicken picnic, $27. 16 pieces. Yo, that's that's a little expensive. I don't know, $27. I think you're underestimating everyone's income. We Po folk, we don't got $27. If I got $27, I'm gonna, eat at Five Guys and get a burger. Po folks, po boy. Is it the same thing? Is that what they evolved into? I don't know. I don't know what they did. I got this random mouse just sitting here. I don't even know what I'm doing with it. For $27, you can eat at Five Guys and feel victimized. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. I felt victimized. Never have I gone to a restaurant where I felt like I was a victim. Dude, that's hilarious. Go on. I was victimized at Five Guys. That is an absurd amount of money to be spending on a burger and fries. It's just so stupid. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do, bro? The only po' boy I ever got was from my favorite sandwich shop, and it was just soupy mess on a bun. A soupy mess? Really? Hey, the Po Folks website is up. Hey, they got a website. Five Guys is weird because the burger is in the bottom of the bag, unwrapped, and the fries on top of it make it confusing to separate the patties from potato. I don't know. No, they had the burger separate for us. It was wrapped up. Maybe you had somebody who was just not having a good day. They were just like, I have to throw it in the bag. Just go to Five Guys and put Philip on peanuts. Exactly. Lobster became popular because the rich tycoons exploited this, and it became expensive to exploit poor people. Became rich. Yeah, I know. And this is why Red Lobster is closing down. Because if they treated lobster as basically poor people's food as it was years and years and years and years ago, then maybe Red Lobster would still be in business. Red Lobster would be Red Lobster Po Folks. That's what that would be. And then we'd all be having lobster every single day. Bye-bye Cheddar Bay biscuits. I know, we're going to have to learn how to make our own, right? It's gross. Red Lobster is closing down because it's awful. Yeah, I haven't been there in years, so I don't even know what the quality of food is. Plus, I don't like fish, so to me, this is a non-issue. But I get more broken up when a local comic shop closes down. Yeah. Not worried about a place that smells like fish when I go into it. Yeah. Blech. Couldn't even identify where the meat was. Oh, God. The menu went drastically downhill in the last half decade or so. I don't like Red Lobster for their cheesy biscuits. They sell those in stores now, so I have no reason to go there anymore. Yeah, they have the little mix that you can get, and you can just make a bunch of those. Yeah, I don't even know what their menu was, because I would just try to get a chicken salad if they had it available. Yeah. Comic store closing down is always a tragedy. Yeah. There was one that opened up kind of close, which is like 40-minute drive. And I haven't checked it out yet, but it's like a really small shop, so who knows. I've tried the home mix, and it's not great. They must do something they didn't share with the manufacturer to put it on the box. Yeah, I don't know. They're usually better there, but they put a lot of butter when you get them there. Maybe more butter. Maybe that's your problem. Add more butter. More butter. More butter for everyone. Because butter is fun. It is. I like it. There you go. Bump, bump, boop. Wow. The answer is always mo butter. Mo butter's mo better. Unless you got cholesterol issues. What? Butter is fun. It's got a unique flavor. Even in those like fake butter things don't quite capture it. It doesn't capture the essence of real butter. All right. I feel like I rested up enough. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to have to wrap up eventually. I've been on for like 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 46 seconds. Here we go. For $30, I can get 3 burritos from an authentic Mexican food stand run by historics? What, old people? And they set up near their favorite stand. What? Flavor nice and ooh, it's nice and rich. Nice. It's probably some super processed cheap cheese. Yep. I used to eat butter straight when I was a little kid. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess it was autocorrect. Historics. It was run by Historics. An authentic Mexican food stand run by Historics. Like they had a really good history lesson in the culture. So they're like, yes, we are Historics. You mean historians? Nope, Historics. We know how to make Mexican food because we're Historics. What? And then my youngest niece did the same thing. No, don't eat butter. You can't straight up eat butter. That's bad. Samurai, hi. What's up? Hope you're doing well, especially since we're wrapping up. There we go. Now we're definitely going to wrap up. I probably should have stayed in easy mode. I got to queue up a bunch of stuff. I got to find somebody to raid. Who's streaming? Let's see. Zograd streaming. EB Demon streaming. I think Adam's streaming. Maybe. I don't know. And the burritos are nice and fat. Dude, big burritos. Oh, man. That is the only thing I do miss about going to an actual restaurant and getting a burrito. Those things were huge. Girthy. Girthy burrito. Yeah. What? Well, I'm not going to a Mexican restaurant and I'm going to ask them first and foremost, what's the girth of your burrito? That's all sorts of suggestive or whatever. And I'm not going down that road. I got slapped upside the face. Space Buckaroo, hi. I am streaming. Caterpillar Nana, hi. Glad I could help. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, there we go. Let me go back to easy mode. Go. Going back. That's it. Making fish tacos for dinner. Stop objectifying burritos, dude. You imagine? What? That would be kind of funny. What if you go in there and be like, excuse me, sir. Before I order a burrito, I would like to inquire as to the girth of it. What is the girth of your burrito? Manager. But it gets weird. It gets weird after a while. All right, let me get my outro music going. Good. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? We're going to raid somebody. I haven't decided who. But we got music going. That means it's wrapping up. Wrap it up, chat. Go.
Thanks for the stream, PG. Hope you have a great week and see you Wednesday. Jim
Maybe. We might be on at the dentist on Wednesday. We got to see what's going on with a tooth that's designed to be perpetually disagreeable. So we're going to see what happens. We either have to get like something filled or ripped out of our face. So we'll see. We'll see. People are streaming right now. EB Demon streaming. Zograd streaming. Somebody else is streaming. I know we haven't read Zograd in a while. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Let's do. Yeah, sure. All right. Everybody do something fun this week. I don't know. Have a cookie. Maybe ice cream, because that keeps popping up. Let's go. I'm going to say hi to Zograd. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being here and helping out. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Yeah. Is that working? Okay. We're going. We're going on over, dude. Zograd's doing something, I think, with cats. Let's go, dude.